And we are live. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Hopsworth? That's not actually your name. That's just what I call you.
It's stuck now.
Who we got in here? We got MM78. What's up? Dennis, how's it going? Jason. And Engine Light Garage. What's up, guys?
And Terrence Boyer.
Terrence Boyer. Who's Terrence Boyer? Is he new?
Yes.
Ooh, he's a new guy. Thank God. What's up, new guy? Yeah, we had we were on Bucks Live earlier. I guess Bear Rose isn't doing a live tonight. He had supposedly had some computer issues. But we were gonna get on Bucks Live sooner, but we had the damn tornado sirens going on. We had a pretty good storm come through here. I'm like, tornado sirens, whatever. I'm gonna keep working on my damn car. I'm in a concrete block building. I should be fine.
Can confirm an F1 tornado will not hurt a concrete block building.
Yeah, see, that's all it would have been.
That's exactly what happened to us while I was at work that one night.
Dang.
So what's up, everybody? How's everybody's week going? Or 2 weeks, actually, because I wasn't on last week because of holiday. I needed a break.
Doing good. Got the exhaust leak fixed on my Charger that I've had that's been going on for probably about 8 years.
Nice.
So, and it sounds so much better. Got a video coming out tomorrow, really showcasing the exhaust. Not driving it around or anything, just showing off the exhaust, and it is just so nice.
Always good to hear about timely maintenance. You right on with that, with the maintenance on that car, ain't you?
You guys actually fix your stuff?
I've for the longest time it didn't get fixed because I didn't have a lot of money to mess with to take it to a shop, and I didn't have the equipment to do it, and I finally had the equipment to do it myself, and I went ahead and did it, and it is so nice.
Believe me, I know how that is. Damn money thing.
I had a day full.
If I had, you know, the funds, this car would have been done for last year.
I found parts I didn't know I had. I found out that a chipmunk had stuffed corn in the number 8 cylinder on my truck.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's always fun.
A radiator?
Huh? Oh yeah, we got a radiator over here with we bought a radiator at Mo Party last year, and I brought it back and pulled the cap off of it, and it's full of oyster crackers.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, Brian, you were at Mo Party last year?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I wish I would have known.
I've been at Mo Party every year.
Dude, that's my favorite show to go to because I live like an hour from Bowling Green.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at Mo Party every year. I may or may not go this year
Hey, I just thought of a new
because
road
it's only a week before No Name, but I'll probably end up going just for a day.
We got another road trip then. He's only an hour away from Bowling Green.
Yeah, we can go see. You got somebody else we can go see. Where are you at?
Oh,
Brian?
it's right outside of that little town of Hardensburg. We're considered Harned, but it's actually Webster.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hanging. If you were in the swap meet section, the guy that had the little 340 Demon in his booth, I was hanging out there the whole time.
Yeah.
That's my buddy Dave.
I think that's the guy I bought the damn radiator from.
Oh god.
Did you see that little red that was there last year?
That what?
The little red?
Yeah, the
red.
one with the sunroof.
Oh man, that truck was in good shape for the price. He went $3,000 for that.
It looked on good shape, but those A-pillars were gone.
You can fix that. Look at the truck I got now.
I gotta send you pictures of my Ford, dude. That truck is bad.
I gotta send you pictures of my buddy's Ford truck over here.
Oh, don't tease me right now.
Love it. How much charges on that bait, Tony?
Hey, Twisted Mopar Garage knows Dave.
Oh yeah.
Those are the guys. If I ever need
Is that
transmission
Dave?
work
Is he
done,
from around here, Dennis?
Yeah, 3.
if I ever need transmission work done, that's the first place I send my stuff. We actually had them do the 727 for my younger brother's Coronet.
Oh, Dave's from Louisville.
Is Dave where Tom's Duster came from? We need to figure out how to get Twisted Mopar in the live so we can actually talk. NSB, get your ass in here. There's a link in Discord. You ain't got no tornadoes going on.
The last hurricane you had was No Name.
We don't talk about hurricanes today.
No, they were discussing in Bucks.
We don't talk about hurricanes or gators or none of that weird Florida shit or Florida man. Oh, okay, yeah. Isn't that where the Black Duster came from too, or was that a different place?
The White Duster, was it that 73 or 74?
Yeah. With the
Oh
big
yeah,
motor?
dude, I remember that car.
Yeah, I've done all kinds of work on that car. I drove that
Black
car.
Duster Tom has came from them.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Dude, yeah. Dave is the type of guy, like back in the 80s and 90s, him and my buddy Junior, they had a New Yorker that had a 383 in it. They gave like $100 for the thing. And anyway, they was out beating on it and tried to get it to smoke a set of tires on it. So after trying just about every trick in the book, they couldn't. So they got it going real fast in reverse and just dropped it in drive. It wouldn't even do it then, so they crushed the car.
But yeah, that white one. I think I had that on my channel, like one of my earlier videos. One of my early videos had that white Duster.
Oh, that truck is friggin' sick.
Yep, that's my truck.
I love that. I love the paint job on it.
The 2 pictures I had on my phone in Discord.
Yeah,
My
we
truck.
haven't decided on the paint job exactly yet, or she hasn't decided on it yet. The only problem is that truck's got so much rust in it. I'm probably going to have to get a new cab for it. Probably get
Dude,
all new body metal, and it's not anything I can't do, but.
whenever you're ready for one, hit me up. I know where 2 cabs are off the bat.
Really? You do?
Yes. Well, one of them is 10 minutes away from me, and the other one is about 5 minutes away from me.
Well, honestly, find out what they want for them.
I got you.
You triggered them too early.
One was selling a.
What's
One
up,
of them was in a
guys?
bundle deal. A buddy of mine had. He had a. What is it? The Dodge 1-tons are called. Are they 300s or 350s?
William?
Well, sorry, I was replying
What
to
year?
Platinum Gecko in
It's
the.
I think it was a 74.
Probably 300.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, it was a sweet truck. It was a 360 and a 4-speed. And yeah, buddy wanted $2,000 for the truck, and it came with an extra cab, and I think a 440 as well.
Well, this truck of hers, one of the reasons I bought it is because it was a factory big block truck. Short bed, half-ton factory big block truck with air.
400?
Short bed, half ton with a big block.
Yep,
Yes.
Holy crap.
and AC.
That's got to be a
Ooh.
special order.
Huh?
That had to be a special order.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I mean, only time you got 440 is a camper special.
Well, it was a 400 truck, 400 big block, but still,
Okay.
we're putting a 440 in it. I just got a line on another motorhome 440 guy's got over here. He wants to sell me. He said the damn thing's got like 20,000 miles on it, and he got it running.
One thing you have to watch about them RV motors, make sure they're not cracked. Like I said, they sit there for a long time. Because that's same through that first one we got out of that RV. We saved it, we got it out, had a crack right down the center of the block.
Huh. I don't
That-
think
The
this is
slide was good.
Yeah,
That motorhome 440 I picked up when we pulled it out of the Winnebago, it still had green antifreeze in it. It wasn't discolored or anything or like thin looking. It was nice green antifreeze in it.
yours, William, was cool because it was a factory turbo.
Yeah, that
Dude.
too. Yeah,
Oh, I'm so jealous of the guys that find these factory turbo RV motors. I want one, not because they're probably fast. I want one just because
But-
it's weird.
in hindsight, now I wish I would have kept that turbo stuff because could have had a turbo for 440 Cushman.
You do not need to put you don't need a 440 in the Cushman, let alone a
Yes.
turbo 440 in the Cushman.
He would
You
make
saw-
all the torque.
You saw that video link I sent in Discord of that Cushman doing wheelies.
they make boost controllers. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll
It'll be fine.
he'll just start bringing the turbo in at about 100 mile an hour.
You know what? Yeah,
It'll be fine.
all these people hear about this and think he's not serious. The Cushman's are sitting right out here. He bought 2 of them. They're sitting right outside this door here.
I've already got ideas rolling in my head on how I can build it.
Show everybody.
I was going to be putting the motor behind me, but now the motor's going to go in front.
Well, that'll help keep the front end down.
Yeah, just now
Yeah.
he's got to find out how to keep the back end down.
Yeah, if it don't flip it over forward.
Oh,
You're gonna have to
it'll
extend
be
off
extended
steering
long
like
enough, and I'm gonna have to make a. I'm gonna have to get away from the single front wheel because it would be way too much engineering involved to try to get that single wheel working when its main support is the steering column that is right in front of you when you're sitting down. So I'm gonna have to make another front steering system with 2 wheels.
You know this yellow one though, that yellow Cushman. You're
Yeah.
not going to sell that. I almost don't want to give it to you because
I keep telling myself I have to flip it. I keep telling
I don't
myself
think
I
you're
have to
gonna.
flip it.
I don't think you're going to be able to once you actually see it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm afraid of that too.
See, that's the catch. Then somebody in the Discord is going to end up buying it from him.
yeah.
When it does go up for sale, there is one person who has first dibs on it if he wants it.
And oddly enough, it's not me. It's the one who's storing them right now.
We'll see. Maybe I can have an auction.
It would probably work.
Highest bidder.
So what have you 2 been up to? Been working on your race car at all? You driving the race
working
car
on
at
more
all?
nitrous.
You racing?
I've been working on mine. The Dart ain't even been out of the trailer since it's been back home.
That's about to change though. I got some
You
plans.
guys live in the land of racing, all racing year round.
We missed the good time. I hate to say it, but racing down here in the winter is the best time, and it's just that worked in our favor. So, but we'll be back at the track soon. It'll be there. My plans didn't exactly work out good as far as the next one goes, but we'll have some changes coming for the Dart and the B. Like I said, you'll see a video soon on the Dart or on the Super B.
Yeah, I'm just about finished with it, finally. I've been
Oh.
filming all day.
Hmm?
Phil from Rusted and Busted is here.
Oh, okay. What's up? Oh, is that the guy who was in?
Yes, that's the one that
Oh,
was in the
okay.
pot.
Okay. Hope you don't get blown away by a tornado.
Right?
What went through here is going to him. He lives farther in Illinois. I got a lot done actually. Last weekend is part of the reason I didn't do it live because I had an extra day off work and I just spent every day out here working on this thing and just doing little stuff. Got a lot of the wiring done. Hoping to fire it up here pretty soon.
Cool.
There'll be a video on that. That'll be my next video. That's gonna be my next video. Is this thing firing up? So if this thing never starts, I'm never gonna do another video again.
Then I guess we'll start putting the truck
Yeah,
videos
if
on
this
my
thing won't start,
channel.
we'll just start putting the truck together. We'll take it to No Name Nationals. We'll pull the fucking motor out of this and put it into the truck. And
Okay.
you know, if I would have started with something like your truck, it would have been a lot easier.
That sucks. It went through faster.
Wow. It probably weakened though by the time it got out there.
Yeah, but it sucks that we had all those damn sirens going all night.
We had the sirens going for like, it was like an hour and a half. wasn't
Yeah.
it? And
Dang.
the bad thing is, because this used to be a school, the tornado siren is right fucking there.
Ooh.
I can see it. So, but no, if I'd have started with something like her truck, I'd have probably had the thing done a lot quicker because that gets complete. What I started with was a shell.
Yeah, you pretty much have to do all the wiring, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. But
I was doing that on the Dart, and I started messing. I had the whole. I started on my diagram about 2 hours in. I was like, man, there's got to be an easier way. And I found the Smart Kit or whatever. Nice. It's a little, but it does everything. It's pretty much just set the thing in, run your wires, and hook the battery up to it.
there's a guy, and I talked about him on the last live. It's I think it's Ratty Muscle Cars, is the name of his channel. And he does a lot of wiring tutorials, and the way he does it, he puts everything out on a pegboard. And I basically followed exactly, because he did one just race car wiring. Here's what you got to do to wire a race car. And it clicked in my head. It all made sense. It's like, okay, I'm doing exactly what that guy did.
Yeah.
Wow, he does
the
have a lot of
smart
wire.
You get a switch panel, however many switches you want, and then
Yeah, I
you
got a
wire
switch
your
panel
car, and then you name each one of your switches what you want it to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
you
going
gotta have
to
that
do.
switch for that.
There's no fuse box. There's no anything. It's pretty much like a solid state system.
Oh, see, my switch panel has a little fuse box in it.
Yeah. So
It's
there's
got a
no
fuse
fuse
for
box in any of the, like the Dart. It's all integrated in that one box. It's all run by logic. So
It's
I
weird.
have to get on the computer, and then I can program every switch, every input and output I can program.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You just keep stacking. You can plug another plug in for something else. Plug another plug in for something else, and just name the switch to do what you want to do. It's really weird.
It's kind of like that. I've looked into a little bit. I don't understand it completely. That grid system that they got out, that you can basically add shit to it. You know, you get the basic system.
It's VNet. So if you get VNet, basically what VNet is, you have to have a start terminal and an end terminal, and then you can just plug. It'll come with a little purple little plug thing. So if you wanted to add anything, you just unplug the end terminal, plug that in, plug your end terminal back on, and then you've got it.
Yeah.
Like,
You can
like,
on the
like
computer, and it's got it at that point. It's all integrated through that one plug.
do they have like modules for like a nitrous controller and like
Oh, yeah. Anything you
all the
want.
retards, all that? Oh, that'd be nice. Like I said, that one nitrous controller I found at Jegs, though, was a couple $100. That's probably what I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Probably even with the 150 shot whenever I actually put it all up on this. Right now, I still got the plates in there, but I took the lines off and just plugged them off right now, so I ain't got a vacuum leak just for starting it.
I'm thinking about mattress for the Dart. I had other plans, but I want to have something a little different this year for No Name. So we'll just have to
Did
see what
y'all see the very crude Photoshop I came up with what the 440 Cushman might look like?
That's what I was saying. You posted a picture of the front, with it in the front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that picture up. I want to see that again.
Yeah.
I think I have, but yeah, I want to see it too.
Ooh, this little chair
One
hurts my
second.
ass.
We've both been on vacation. I kind of scroll through. I'm kind of getting used to Discord, as you can tell.
Well,
I was
you
on
guys-
vacation the week before last. He was.
Very
I know now
crude.
you can't
but-
exit out of Discord and it cuts your
The
mic
tube,
off.
where you see the tube going around the front wheel. My plan is to extend that tube all the way, reconnect it over here, and have my engine cross member right here that goes up to the motor mounts. Have the transmission cross member somewhere under my feet, or actually under the seat somewhere actually, and then a short drive shaft going to the rear end.
What are you gonna do for steering though? You're gonna have to
Yeah,
raise
It's going to have to be I'm thinking it could be a chain drive system somewhat to move my pivot point over. So I could experiment with that and see if it would be stable.
Hey, we had a Duster. Pretty much, it was the first video I think we ever put out on our thing on our YouTube, and that had a cable that ran the steering column steering box. So it had no junction box. It was a big old thick cable, but it worked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cable.
Yeah, I don't have any plans on going super fast in that thing. It's definitely going to be stable.
You're not
But,
going. There ain't going to be no choice on that.
I may have to,
like burp. Well, I'm super fast.
I may have to make a custom wheelie bar.
You know what? See, when you start talking about this stuff, and then I start getting ideas, it scares the shit out of me. But what about like a four-wheeler? Find an old beat-up four-wheeler with no motor, just a frame, but the steering on the four-wheeler, and then you can figure out how. Because then you would have your whole front suspension.
Hey,
That's true. I honestly thought about a lawnmower too, but I think I think an old four wheeler might be decent.
You kind of jack up the seat like over the 440, and then have you some like Ghost Rider big like motorcycle shocks sticking up, and then have you some ape hangers up top. You know.
Yeah. If I cut out, we have some bad weather coming through. So if I randomly cut out, it's because I lost power.
Yeah, that storm system that came through us is going from Chicago all the way down to the Gulf.
Yeah, I looked on the radar earlier. There's a big plant down here getting ready to come over us, and then there's one that I guess you guys are getting down. So it's kind of one weird system moving through. It's supposed to be nasty here tomorrow.
It's already colder outside. I could feel.
Yeah.
It ain't cold
Yeah.
down here. It's hot. It's
Angela
mild.
Garage said
80 degrees.
on the back of the Cushman having 44-inch Mickey Thompsons on the back.
Oh, damn it. We didn't bring those slicks in.
What you need just enough room to get the drive shaft through between the two tires. The
Pretty
pump
much.
should be up in the
Yep.
in the wheel hubs.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade the rear end to. I'm thinking probably just a 4 to 9 inch and just super narrow it down.
Cushman part, Cushman, right?
Hey, we're
I
still
would-
down. We're still using 8 3/4 in the Dart. We're trying to push
That's
it.
what
to
I'm
see
saying.
what-
You could get an 8
Yeah.
3/4 and get it narrow enough, I think. I'm looking at these rear ends and I'm
What?
seeing 8 3/4 that are really narrow.
Well, I figured 4 to 9 inch is probably more accessible
It's a three-wheeler, but
than an 8 3/4 and cheaper. So
yeah,
I'm
cab.
thinking
You get one out of the truck,
realistically
cut it
building
down
it.
yourself.
I wouldn't mind keeping it all Mopar, even if it wasn't an 8 3/4.
Yeah, I think that's their. No,
Put 7 1/4 in it.
But if it is an 8 3/4, I do actually have an extra clutch type sure grip that I forgot about.
Well, there you go. See, you're already ahead there.
Had to pick it back up.
Really, I think I know where some
Who's that
housings.
other guy behind you?
I know where some housings are. I completely forgot about them. And the width don't matter because it's going to have to be shorter anyway. I need to contact him.
You had it.
Looks like I may have an 8 3/4.
We're already building your death trap for you.
Give me a fucking page. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we need to find a 489 housing. We're on for one of those. When Dean's got in his car, it roars, and we everything
Oh, yeah.
to get that thing squatting down, and it's not eating gears up or anything like that, but it sounds rough.
Yeah.
Only thing we can think of is something's tweaked, something I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I got in this
I'm a-
489.
Yeah,
I've got 742s for everything.
I can't believe I can't believe I completely forgot about it. 'Cause I've even got I've got a 741 chunk housing too. I would have to soak it in vinegar because it's been sitting open for probably 30 years. I would have to soak it in vinegar to get all the rust out of the inside before it's built. And I might know where some empty cases are. So
There you go. See, and then all you got to do is get a hold of Dr. Dip, and that'd probably be the most money you'd spend is $300 for your axles, and they can cut them to any length that you need.
looks like I'm going with the 8 3/4 then. 8 3/4 sure grip underneath the Cushman.
Do what?
You know, I would almost have to have.
I feel like when we talk about this and give you ideas and stuff, we're plotting your untimely demise. Is what I think we're doing.
You know, I'm thinking if
it'll be fine.
if I'm able to do a burnout in it,
If
You're gonna be able to do a burnout.
to actually keep it still, so it doesn't leach forward or roll or anything. I may have to come up with get some rubber chocks and put it on a lever system that I can pull down to actually push down on the front to actually lift the front up a little bit to actually have the full weight of the motor pushing down on some rubber chocks to actually keep the front still.
I gotta walk around.
You ever gonna burn out on a motorcycle?
No.
Kind of the same thing. Except what you need to do is like right when you're preparing to do it, if you ever watch bull riding, you need to get out there with the leather straps and wrap up.
Yeah.
Lean forward, pull that thing and let her rip. And then do the woo.
It's gonna leave a hell of a smoke show.
I'm hoping
That would be
that dog.
absolutely perfect.
Jed may have photoshopped my the Cushman over the Charger and a picture of the burnout
Yeah.
from No Name. But I told him maybe not this year, but that could be a reality next year.
We need to make it happen. Whatever you
Having
need,
the
let us know.
Having
way.
having
We
the
need to make this
Cushman
happen.
win the burnout competition at No Name next year.
That would be hilarious.
Yes, it would.
Put you a little leather for your to strap in there before you take off.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you. That would be awesome. Just buck riding, buddy.
I don't know if it would be stable enough to do donuts and stuff. It would probably still be a little bit too top heavy.
You know those,
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
don't those four wheels have hydraulic brakes?
Are you
I
still
think
going to use the same rear end? Or you going to change
You
your
got
rear
the
end?
whole brake
That's what he's talking about. 8 3/4. Maybe.
It was a line lock on.
Or down in.
Yeah.
I hate Ford 9-inch.
Bird.
This is why I like talking through stuff because it gives me ideas and reminds me of stuff.
And you're gonna die.
Same guy that I bought my 1970 pickup from, and the 440 that's in the Charger is the same guy that has those 8 3/4 housings, and they're all in the back of a van. So their length don't matter.
There you go, buy all of them.
Because it's going to be narrowed anyway. So the length don't matter.
I'm getting to the point where if I got the money and I come across something like that, like if I had a guy who had 4 or 5 8 3/4 houses, I'd buy every damn one of them.
Oh, he has
No
a whole bunch.
Well, I said you're gonna have enough wheel speed, no matter what gear, whatever you're in. It's gonna be like riding on glass. I or ice. I don't think you'll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be sitting still running. And
Especially
tires,
now, what
150
gear
mile an
ratio?
hour, so.
What gear ratio are you going to use? The tires are this big.
Probably just a 323 or just a standard road gear.
Well, I did.
Or really
I
anything.
got the 14-inch slots, so you can put them.
Anything
not
really. I don't care.
If you run a lower gear, you'll be all right.
At
Not
that
lower, but
at this point,
323, what? 3 and them 373 would be fine.
355, 373.
13-inch tires, what you need. 13-inch wheels.
Well, I got a couple 14-inch aluminum slots that I was going to give him to put on the back of it.
Yeah, and with the 14 slots on there, and like a 355, 373 gear, it'd still be good. It's not like I'm driving it down the road going to work every day in it anyway. So,
But you could. I'm sure once you're done with it, it'll go highway speed.
it probably would.
Highway speed, hell.
It's gonna have a regular.
That's something gonna do speed a lot. What are you talking about?
It's
It'll go
a.
highway speed at idle.
I'm not changing the cam. So at this time, not changing the cam, but it'll have the Winnebago transmission behind it, which I think is actually geared a little bit different to compensate for the weight.
Nope.
At least for first and second, anyway.
Nope. From what John Cope has said, and he said if I'm going to believe anybody, it's going to be John Cope on 727 transmissions. He said there is zero difference.
Huh.
The
Probably
only
on the rear end. The
the only-
Winnebago that I had an end out of it, I was going to put it underneath or a half ton, but it had a gear. And that Dana 70 only had. I couldn't go up above it was a 4 something because you'd have to change the not the housing, but the damn whole chunk piece in the center. You can only go so far one way with it.
From what I
I'm crapping it out.
727s are the Hemi and the 6-pack.
You know that Winnebago had like what 17.5 wheels on it. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was a big wheel and a really big rear end. If the rear end was a regular 8 3/4 or even a Dana or something like that, I'd have grabbed it too. But it was like a heavy truck rear end.
Well, like I said, it was what Dana 70.
Dana 70 that I had, yeah.
The more I talk about it, the more ideas I get, and it's like I really can't wait to get started on it.
I said I'd leave it. Like I said, RV motor, leave it alone, put it in there, and be good with it. I mean, that's all.
Well, you're down in the hole on RV mode. It was 8-to-1 compression mode.
More like 7.
It's a 1973 440
It might be up there a little bit.
with the
last year's a 79,
with the turbo too.
1/2-to-1.
See, that's.
I think
reason I wanted
on the
that
ID pad. On the ID pad, it actually says. I think it says. T440T.
That's
that.
the reason I wanted that motor because the 73s, from what I understand, 73 was the last year, and they could come either way. They still had the forged crank in them, and they had 6-pack rods in them. They did that in the
79.
Mine was 79, and it had the damn steel crank, 6-pack rods, but it was damn 8.5-to-1 compression.
the compression was way down. Well, mine this one here's a 78, and that's I never did even look at that crank.
Well, I said what the motor in the Super B is pretty much the.
Yeah.
We had to get rid of the block, but we kept all the internals and stuff like that. But you change the cam and the pistons.
Cam and pistons. Well, the heads.
Yeah.
I went to closed chamber aluminum heads.
Yeah. 440
That
stock,
helped me
440 source heads. Man, this thing will rip.
Now I wouldn't mind putting on a dual quad Tonorama on that Cushman too.
Oh my god.
And as funds allow, maybe even a blower.
Oh,
Just for the ridiculous nature of it.
You need to put a tunnel ram on your Charger.
I second that motion.
Yeah.
No, that ain't a force crank.
I'm putting a fake tunnel ram on the Dart, and just a little spacer plate with the tubes in the center.
Yeah, you're EFI on the Dart, aren't you?
Nope.
Well, why don't you just put a tunnel ram on it then? Come
Then you
on.
got
Another carburetor.
two Dominators, man. That'd be damn pricey.
Join the cool kids club.
That was kind of the plan on the before shit happened. Now it's
We was wanting to change the block,
yeah.
but that kind of went to.
Being an adult,
I wish I had the money for
Still,
that.
it's still in progress, but
not for this year.
Jed's buddy has got an old. It's basically new old stock. It's never been run, but it's an aluminum Keith Black 383 block. I'm like, man, I wish he's selling it, but he wants $8,000 for it. I'm like, man, that would be cool to have because it'd be different.
Buy one from Bill Mitchell down here. We'll bring it to you in no name. You save shipping.
That
I
would
ain't
be
got that
cool.
kind of money.
yeah, he ain't but 5 miles from
Yeah.
us. I hate going there. You go there, he's got just walls stacked full of damn blocks. I mean, it's like, damn.
I think Bill Mitchell. I think that's who Jed got his Hemi block from.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Which he was the one. Did he not buy the World block?
Yeah, he bought the
It's the
world.
World block that he's
Well,
doing.
there you go. Just build one of them.
Well, it was the plan.
Yeah,
but
that's our plan. We was gonna buy one, but shit happens, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hurricane.
I had to put plumbing in my house.
I heard that in the background. Hurricane.
Hurricane, yeah.
I don't
No
know.
hurricanes this year for no name.
I'm
Like I
just-
said, we gotta get the beer.
Better not be for
Y'all,
me.
yeah, beer assistant was supposed to be out there to hang out last year, but he didn't get to make it. His plane got canceled, so
And now he's lucky to have a job with Bud Light. You know what's
Yeah.
going on with that crap.
Oh man.
Don't even go there.
Hey,
He's looking at
as
you.
far as that goes, that's their own stupidity.
with touching
They
all
hung
that stuff,
themselves
you sure
on
you
that.
didn't want to, you got anything to tell us?
I come back home and my balls my dick tucked in between my legs. I was like, oh shit. Sorry.
Weird hour.
Yeah.
Weird hours early tonight.
Well, what's funny, what's real, it actually bothers me a lot because Anheuser-Busch is one of the biggest,
Yeah.
they run part of a big chunk of the economy around
Yep.
here.
Well, that's the thing. Don't get
Stupid
political,
like
man.
that.
Oh, they lost
stay
so much
fucking
damn
out of
money,
that
it's
shit,
pitiful.
man.
They just managed to like cut off their main clientele from a really poor marketing move.
Hey,
Exactly.
They managed to cut off their own dick.
Exactly.
this is America, man. Yeah,
Coming back-
if-
Everyone's here right now.
Coming back from a car show several years ago, I came across a wooden Budweiser crate at a yard sale for $5. It's really, really cool crate that I've kept in the back seat of my Charger ever since then. Just for putting like random car show stuff in it.
Don't get rid of
I gave the crate to my neighbor, and I now have something else in the back seat.
I like your new crate pretty good.
There, honey. Oh, okay.
Ugh.
The dynamite crate,
there you go.
What is it?
a
Dynamite?
vintage dynamite crate.
Okay.
I saw that when I was, I guess you could technically call it picking, and I could not pass it up.
You're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard to pass up.
Well, it's like when we had a dude I remember going to his house when I was little or whatever, and he always had goats. And every time I would get out, them goats, they would never mess with anybody else but me. And they would Anyways, I'd be over sitting there fighting with the goats or whatever. But anyways, he passed away, and we're driving by his house, and there's helicopters flying by, and all these freaking black SUVs and stuff like that.
Jesse Frank Brandon was his name.
Yeah. And I guess he used to run the Department of Transportation there in Tennessee, and he had a shitload of dynamite in his. Yeah, I mean, it was the gooey stuff.
You know the bad thing about it is I used to work for this guy named Troy, and we bought this rock crusher where you put big rocks in and it crushes it and makes little rocks. And we was digging this hill out. We was having a hell time digging this hill out. So we called this guy, Jesse Frank. He come over with this dynamite, going to drill some holes and pop the rock for us. Man, this shit was like ding. It was that old. And we in the hole, we popped the ground, the rock out of it. But like he said, 2 or 3 days later, he dies. Still had a bunch of this in the barn. And his wife, calls, hey, I got a bunch of this dynamite. Oh, it made a storm at that point.
He probably had enough dynamite fucking level of fucking city block.
Man, this stuff done turned to glycerin.
Yeah, nitroglycerin.
Dangerous shit. How we damn tamped that shit in the ground and popped that rock without killing ourselves is beyond me, but we done it.
Dump buster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonder if Deanna Paula missed.
Funny stuff.
But they used to give that shit to anybody, obviously.
Yeah.
It was just a redneck out in the middle of fucking nowhere, Tennessee.
Well, when I lived in southern Missouri, my uncle used to do estate auctions. He would work estate auctions. He had me come there working one day. And this guy it was this old dairy farmer, and he had died, and he had so many outbuildings, and they found dynamite in one of the outbuildings, and they were like, nope, we got to make sure nobody goes in there and all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
What was funny is he was telling me a story.
Until it gets to the goo form. Once it gets to the goo form, you look at that stuff wrong. And
the moisture what kills it. When it gets wet, it's dangerous.
He was telling me one time he had a buddy that came to one of the estate sales. And I don't know if you ever been to one, or at least this is what these people did. They would go through and take all the good shit out of every room. And then once they sold all the good shit, they'd like sell a whole room for like $5.
Well, that's what we're looking
Well,
at.
his buddy bought a room for $5, and he's in there and going through it and cleaning stuff out. And they didn't hear from him for like a couple hours. And they're like, "Hey, we're getting ready to leave." He's like, "Okay, yeah, give me just a little bit longer." Well, come to find out, he had found like 8 bars of gold in that room.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to tell nobody because, the auctioneer could be like, "Oh, well, no, that didn't go with it." He didn't want, so he was sitting in that room trying to figure out how to get that gold out without anybody seeing it. But come to find out, the auctioneer was like, "No, you bought the room. You just you basically struck gold,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
that was back when the gold prices were just going through the damn roof too. Back around 2008.
Yeah. Well, I can remember I could buy an ounce of gold. I was looking at it, this was probably in the 1990s, around that. You could buy an ounce of gold for like $340.
Yeah.
And I think now, what is it, $1,400?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
it for a little while go up around 2000?
It kind of fluctuates, but maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you got all these gold mining TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Back when it was $300 an ounce, it wasn't worth pulling it out of the ground in some of them places. But when it jumped up, then it's worth pulling it out of the ground. But then again, with inflation,
Yeah.
is it really still worth pulling out of the ground? You know.
Gold will never lose value. So yeah, I mean it is. If you could go and mine and find a fucking, that's the thing about it is like, you know, why don't anybody do that anymore? You know what I'm saying? How do they know there's not gold out there in Utah and stuff like that? They got all those mines around there, but yeah,
it's all big corporations now doing it. Oh,
No,
shit.
plus the government wants to know every damn flake
Yeah.
of gold you dig
that's
out
probably
of the ground.
it is. Yeah.
They want their part, so
Well, that's like there was that. I listened to Joe Rogan a lot, and he had the guy on there that he's up in Alaska, and this one plot of land. He's a gold miner, is what he does, but this one plot of land has a bunch of like bones of like woolly mammoths and shit. And he was saying, he was like, the government doesn't care if I'm finding animal bones. He goes, but if I found evidence of people, he goes, they'd be in there and they'd shut me down and they, you know, and Joe Rogan was like, well, have you found evidence of people? And he goes, we'll talk about that off the air.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was something cool with that because he owned the property, and he bought the business that owned the property, and they had back in like the 30s or 40s shipped a bunch of those bones off to somewhere in New York. And this guy, he collects the bones for fun, but they're worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
But he said that he ended up finding out that they ran out of space for the bones in New York, and they just dumped them into East River.
Huh.
And he said, I know where they dumped them, and he told people the area that they dumped them in, and people went out there and actually went down scuba diving into East River and pulled some bones out of there. What's up, Jay? Look at
Jay.
you, Shaq. I haven't seen.
Hello.
He gets to keep his number one. Dang it.
He does
tried
get
to
to
beat him this
keep
year.
number one.
Like I said, we were on a race last year. We're number 3. Well, me and him are 3 and 4, and Jay and Jason are 1 and 2. So it was kind of right. He beat us last year. I was trying to beat him this year. Dang it. We're competitive like that, but.
I'm looking forward to No Name this year. I've actually never run at a track.
I haven't either.
Well, you'll
It's
like it.
addictive,
You'll definitely
dude.
like it.
A whole lot of street racing when I was young.
I was just about to say I cannot confirm nor deny other locations I've done it, but I've
Yeah.
never done it at the track.
Ain't no different. It's just you got lights instead of somebody. It's the only difference.
I've taken a
You'll
lot
be
of
fine.
trips to Mexico.
Yeah.
I've never done any kind of racing, so would like to go down the track at least once or twice. Just,
You definitely
just
got
for
to
the
come
fun
down
of
the
it.
track. You didn't go to the track last year, William?
I've got
Like I
a
said, I remember you being there, and then when we went down there, you were gone. Like, damn.
my power steering gearbox is kind of leaking pretty bad, so I didn't want to drip anything down the track. I know other cars were probably leaking and dripping, but knowing I have that leak, I don't.
I
want
gotta
to
say, everybody last year did pretty good. Not much stuff got put on the track. So yeah, like I said, we get that tightened up a little.
I would like
bit.
to see this year, instead of the lights, someone actually get out there and do a normal flag.
Yeah,
You know,
Oh, dude, that'd
arm
be
drop.
sick.
arm drop.
I
Yeah,
don't think I don't think their
Flashlight.
insurance. I don't think their insurance will let anybody in front of the starting line. That's the problem.
well, like they do down here, we got the drag strip right. She stands on top of right in front of the tree. So right in the middle, whatever, and then she does little flags or whatever.
They did that. They did that a while back, a few years back here at Gateway. They had somebody flagging, and it was an arm drop. But they built them a whole big thing, a big wooden scaffold that they were standing up on. They were up higher than the tree.
Hey,
I think
Oh,
they had
yeah.
to do it for insurance.
Never mind. Mark did leak a little bit of stuff. I forgot.
in Orlando, they actually ran the track backwards. They went down to the finish line,
Yeah, the no
and they
prep
did
stuff.
they did an arm drop, and they ran backwards. So it was
That's
like
cool.
fresh ground, no prep.
Yeah,
on
there's a
the
lot of
track.
that shit going on now.
Yeah,
And they put some, I don't know, they put some fast cars on that shit. That's sketchy.
Twisted
Hell
Mopar Garage, if you ever get the chance, you gotta ask Dave some of their old racing stories. Oh my lord, he's got some stuff he can tell. There's footage somewhere. They had I know everybody knows the Street Outlaws and how they became a big deal just because of their TV show. I got footage of my buddy Junior that I found on YouTube. He was racing a Barracuda they called Brown Sugar against Boosted GT, and God, he walked the friggin' Boosted down the street.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of them Street Outlaws guys, that's one thing I could say about them is they were doing it a long time before they got that TV show.
They were, but they weren't as bad as they made themselves out to be. They only started getting this fast after the TV.
Oh, yeah,
numbers
after
came
the
out.
show. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And most of
that's
them,
the whole thing. That's why the show's lost popularity.
most
When
of
it
those
first
guys,
started, those cars was something you could build in your garage.
yeah, most of those guys have literally forgotten what street racing was until I actually watched this last season they did, where they've started headed back to the streets, and that's been kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, I
but it's
haven't
still-
watched it.
can you classify that as a street car? I mean, some of their stuff.
No.
Well,
They got
and
so much
this is
pocket.
something from Dale, because I watched the very first episode, the very first day it aired. I had no idea it was coming on. I just always watched Discovery Channel and was like, hey, look at that. Not from the very first show, they never claimed that they're street cars. They're street raced cars. They've said that from day one. These cars, they're race cars that we put on the street because we use the street as the equalizer.
That's what
Yeah.
my buddy Junior says about his car, Shawanda.
Is this going to be a street car? No, but it's going to have plates on it.
The Memphis,
And me and Jeffro from Two Hacks are already talking about maybe sometime this summer going down to Mexico.
the Memphis Street Outlaws, they race literally on the same road that my work is on. It's just further down the street.
They're coming to my local track here in a week.
You know what?
They're
If
coming
you can go to that,
next month.
yeah, they're coming to Missouri next month. I will tell you something, Brian. If you can go to that, go. Make it a point to go to that because those are some of the nicest guys I have ever met in my entire life.
Well, and see, if you guys remember, if you guys ever seen some of the episodes where they had like Quinn and them show up on there, those guys, I grew up with Quinn's son.
Okay.
So, I've been around I think they had 2 events out here. One wasn't Memphis, but they were doing a bunch of street racing on US 60. That was super fun to show up to.
I've got a story about them guys. That's the reason that I try to go every time they're out here. You know his son, Doughboy?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
you ain't
first
seen them for a
time-
long time.
Huh? He's
You ain't
supposed
seen them for a long time. I don't know what's going on.
supposedly hurt his back really bad. So he hurt himself somehow. But the very first time they came to Missouri, me and my buddy were going to take off. Well, we took off a half a day early to go see him, and me and Sherry get out there, and I keep trying to call my buddy. He got in a fight with his girlfriend, and he said he wasn't going to come. Well, I went up to Doughboy, and I said I told him the whole story and everything. And I'm like, if I get him on the phone, will you tell him to come out here? And Doughboy was like, yeah, I'll do that. So they went through that whole thing, which was pretty cool of him doing that. And I was telling my other friend about it, and like a year or more later, they came down to the local track down here, and I walked up. My buddy was with me. I don't think he believed me. And I said, and I walked up and Doughboy was there, and I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but Doughboy goes, yeah, I remember you. Do I got to make another phone call? I'm like, that's a year later. How many people has he seen? You know?
Yeah.
So that was cool to me, anyway.
That is pretty cool.
Oh shit! That and them guys and Big Chief. I'll always be a Big Chief fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just dropped out of the whole scene completely.
I think he's doing the YouTube thing or whatever, but still.
Oh yeah, he's got an awesome YouTube channel now.
I didn't know he had a channel.
Oh yeah, he does technical stuff on it.
Is he still using the Midwest Streetcars name, or?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see that little Corvette he's got runs. What I want to see, I want to see him work on that because I like them Corvettes anyway. Just don't tell Tall John. Tall John makes fun of me for it.
I was getting a closer look at those dart fenders today, and the I think it's one of them. I forget which one. Actually has evidence that the emblem holes were actually welded up. One of these fenders has evidence that it originally had the emblems on the side of it for Dart Sport, and the other one doesn't.
Huh.
So
Well, that
one
would
of
be
them's been repainted and redone to work with a Hang 10.
Oh, so you think one of them wasn't an original Hang 10 fender?
Yeah, which I don't care, but interesting information.
Wish I had I wish I had a Hang 10 dart. That'd be cool.
One of my buddies just sold one with a 408 stroker last year for like $36,000.
Jesus.
What's going on, Engine Light?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, we're getting a full house in here tonight.
It's party time.
I was
It's dusk
worried.
level after
I
dark.
was worried the electric was going to go out again.
I was just thinking of other ideas on how we can lengthen the frame without cutting those tubes. We'll talk about it.
If you cut those tubes, get it. See, here I go again. I'm helping you fucking. When you go to weld them back together, get a tube that'll fit inside there and get a section about that big and put it.
That's what I was
thinking.
thinking, but I was also thinking where the tubes go up and connect to that little U section for the body metal. I was actually thinking of cutting it right there and then welding my C channel right there to go forward, and then reconnect the U section for the body panel further up, so I can still have that body panel piece up front. That way, I'm not compromising the integrity of that main structure, and I'm just making it longer.
I think you're going to be stronger just using the tube as the.
Nope, I'm good.
That's what I was. That's something else I was thinking. I like to think about ideas.
And then
It's definitely going to help when we can look at it in person and look at the options.
I don't know.
Yeah.
and bolting a really nice sturdy roll cage all off of that tube, so you don't die.
I'm gonna have to make some doors that I can act as a roll cage for me.
You don't need doors.
What we need to do is make one of them little loop, like they did on the motorcycles, make the little big hoops that go all the way around. And where he takes off, it's like, whoa, and then he slams on the brakes, and then it just does circles.
Yeah.
Hey, look, just strap up and go.
I'm not sure how much welding gas I have left. I may have to get some more before we dive into that one.
Oh, you're gonna have to most likely.
Look, Jay said he's got a buddy that's got 3 Cushmans for sale.
Yeah,
Gives you 3 more.
I don't need it.
Well, we can all
I don't
get
even
one
wanna
of the Cushman gang.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see pictures of them, because if I see pictures, I'm gonna want them.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now
look,
you got to make sure Williams sees
We may
pictures
buy
of them.
one from you, William. Go back, buy all the Cushmans, and then we'll all.
Exactly.
We'll be the Cushman gang.
We'll have our own club going on.
I'm looking at the yellow one right now. It's right there.
See, it's right there.
Right there.
Hey, let me get it. I'm gonna put a Honda motor in it.
Some people have put other weird motors in these things just to get them going.
LS swap one.
I'll Hayabusa it.
That's what I was thinking of a Hayabusa motor.
I
That
have
little dude
seen a
would
video
scream.
of somebody putting in a Chevy. Was it I forget the motor size, but it was a Chevy motor that they put in a Cushman, and they did it without lengthening the frame. But they had to increase the seat height to accommodate for the motor.
What, did they sit on top of it?
They sat on top of the motor just like it was originally.
Good God.
But I think this idea of extending the frame forward, putting the motor right there, and the transmission, basically you're cradling the transmission when you're actually driving it. I think was for coolness factor for being 440 and all that. I think is the better idea. That way you're not increasing the seat height. You got plenty of room for tunnel ram or whatever on there down the road.
You show it off.
Headers,
you're sitting over the top of
zoomies,
the
whatever.
440. You're
Well,
sitting, William, I got your idea. I got it right now. You put a tunnel ram on the 440. You put the 440 in the factory position, and you get a bug catcher scoop, and you put a leather-coated pad on top of the bug catcher, and that's your seat.
There you go. Brian just solved the whole thing.
That would extend the seat up about at least 1.5 feet or more.
Yeah, well, you just make a longer steering column.
I would have to have steps to get into it because the motor would be that high.
You straddle it like a motorcycle. If you like a motorcycle seat.
It's like down here in Florida, we don't have a helmet rule. So we were thought of like taking a car and like with a sunroof, and the sunroof you'd sit on the seat or sit on the roof and then have your handlebars up on top of there. And then you could ride around with no helmet, no seatbelt or anything, right?
Jay, find out what he wants for the
Theory.
Cushman. I might want a Cushman.
They got all them 3-wheel things going around. The same thing, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Engine light. I may be able. I was just thinking about it. It's, the local guy that I got the 440 from and my truck and everything from. He has a bunch of 8 3/4 housings, and I completely forgot about it. I've got a clutch type sure grip chunk.
Nice. That's that place out there on the little 2-lane road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Back there in the woods.
Length of the housing doesn't matter.
No.
So
All that's it has to be modified regardless.
yeah, I'll just have to have somebody build the chunk for me.
Yeah.
I'll get the gear set up and everything.
As long as we can mock up enough stuff to keep everything straight, we can put everything back together.
Oh yeah.
But we just have to make sure we get everything lined.
And I've
And I
got
mean,
it. I
technically-
have an aluminum radiator now.
And
that I can
technically,
use in it.
it don't have to be perfect when we put everything back together because you're not pushing to go 100, 200 mile an hour.
No.
I mean, if it's off a few hundred seconds or whatever, it'll be fine.
I still want it to go down the road straight though. I want to be able to take it around my neighborhood and be going straight. Not
It'll definitely go straight.
not crab walking.
I still say that the 4-wheeler front end would probably be your best bet.
It probably would.
No ice.
Has anybody wired up a Chrysler alternator like from scratch? Like you got 2 wires that come from the alternator go to the regulator, correct?
No ice.
I think one of them goes to the regulator. I think one of them goes to the ballast resistor or something.
Well, from what I looked at hers, and there's 2 wires that come from the regulator, and there's 2 poles on the back of the alternator. And one of them has a hot wire spliced into it. Does that sound right? To
Well, if
anybody?
you just pull up a wiring diagram for a Mopar charging
What
system,
I got you guys here for that?
One's a field. You got one that's a field, and then
it's a dual field alternator.
Because from what I saw is you've got one hot wire that goes to, and it connects into the same.
comes straight from the battery to the alternator.
Well, no, that's the big. That's the charge.
The big
wire.
wire.
But
Then you got a field and a
coming off of the voltage regulator, you got two wires,
right.
and one of them, I think you have to put a hot wire in that. You have to splice it in with one of those wires. I thought. That's what
I've been running the one wire alternator for so long, I done forgot. Yeah, I run a one wire alternator. That's the best way to go. You can get it at AutoZone. Tell them a one wire alternator. Put the damn thing on there, and you got to worry about all that shit.
What? And it just runs off of the. You got the one big wire going to the battery, and that's it.
Yep. When you start it up, it's going to charge.
You got 3 wires.
Matter of fact, mine's they make a Mopar one now, but right now I'm running a GM alternator, one wire alternator. You can get it as AutoZone, Advanced, anywhere. A one wire GM alternator. Stick it on there, and you're done.
No, I don't want to put a GM alternator. I hate that.
Yeah, I just put a link in Discord for that's got a really good simple diagram for the charging
Okay,
system.
but am I right? Am I right or am I wrong?
You have battery and you have field plus going to ignition, and then you have field negative that goes to the regulator.
So both wires don't go to the regulator?
One of the field terminals goes to ignition, and one of them goes to the voltage regulator.
Oh, okay.
That's on 1970 and up Mopar charging systems.
Okay.
Damn it.
Because I'm going to buy my little pre-sale tomorrow. I'm actually thinking tomorrow with the parts run I'm making tomorrow, I'll have enough that this thing will run.
Nice.
But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it running tomorrow. And then now I just found out that next Saturday, I may not be doing a live next Saturday, guys, because my son is wanting to move back here from Kansas. So I have to cannonball out to the middle of Kansas and then cannonball back all in one day. And we're doing it on Saturday, so I probably won't be doing a live unless I can figure out a way to do one from the road.
That's all up to William at this point.
A quickie.
Yeah, William's got to do the live next week.
We would, but I don't even know how to do it.
I can't figure out Discord, so you see,
William, you ought to host a live one Saturday.
I thought about doing lives. I just haven't done it.
Well, I know you can host it with just the regular StreamYard, like without having to pay a subscription. I paid a subscription because that little fucking duck bothers me, and I don't want the duck on the fucking screen. And you gotta pay like $20. You gotta pay like $20 a month to get rid of the duck.
Jesus.
And I think it gives you some other features in there too, but hell, I've been paying $20 a month. God damn, all the money I spent on fucking StreamYard, I could have finished.
you probably get the smooth jazz in there too, don't you? I don't think anybody else.
I think that because nobody else is doing it. I don't know why nobody else is playing background music.
I think the hard part is
Jed's
finding
not here.
not
You can
copyright
play
stuff.
something other than the smooth jazz, but it's just kind of become a.
I don't know. It works. It kind of just goes in the background. So.
Yeah.
If you got anything else that's just too loud?
Huh? Is it too loud?
No, I said anything else but the smooth jazz. Smooth jazz is perfect. Anything else besides the smooth jazz would be just too loud, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The jazz
works.
just works.
Yeah, it works.
Like Jed said, elevator music.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's whenever you know you end up with a little bit of silence. It's something to fill it in. You know. I wonder how much one of them alternators is. I wonder if I could get one.
And
tomorrow.
everything's retarded now.
A
I bought one 6 months ago; it would have been half price.
Yeah.
now you're talking about a Mopar one wire alternator or a GM
Yeah.
one wire alternator to go on a Mopar.
I want the Mopar one wire alternator.
Pretty expensive, I'd imagine.
I could just do
Hey,
your.
man, that was-
Isn't that when you did that one?
Yes, what I did works, but it creates a battery drain because of how they've got it. They I don't know if they fixed it since I've bought mine, but it backfeeds power and keeps the alternator charging even with or energized when the vehicle is turned off, and it will kill your battery. So you will have to have a battery cutoff switch to be able to disconnect your battery to stop a battery drain.
Oh, I had that already.
But what I did works, and I've got a how-to on my channel for it.
Yeah, I know.
You can put a diode in, a one-way diode that'll stop that
Actually,
problem.
I have one of those. I just haven't put it in.
That's the way this guy wired all of this, was because you had the charge wire, and when you kill the switch in the back, when it's running, it'll actually keep charging through the charge wire and keep the engine running.
It's through the
I've had that same problem. I got to change mine.
Well, what this guy did is well, I've got it set up. I'd have to show you how I have it set up. But he put like you know how you said you've got the one wire going from the ignition to the alternator, right? To
Yeah.
I don't know what that does. I'm not alternator savvy. Well, he put a diode in that wire because that wire will keep everything charging and running. Just that one little wire. As long as the alternator's spinning,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. It's basically an anti-feedback diode, is all it is.
Yeah, I've got.
no just lets electricity flow one direction. It cannot flow the opposite.
Well, I found out you can't buy just one of those diodes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a 20-pack off of fucking.
Yeah, the
yeah.
strip.
Let me see if I can find mine. I think it's on my shelf above me, real quick. Let me see.
I've got extras, but well, hold on.
Because we run into that with when we did that Pontiac in here, we put that sniper system on that Grand Prix. We were using the GM voltage regulator, and it had the generator instead of the alternator part, right?
Well, it had an alternator, but it had something to do with the damn voltage regulator.
Well, it was feeding back through the the gauge. So we had to put a diode in on numbers. I think it was pin number 7,
Yeah.
because you would turn the key off and it would continue to run.
I mean, they're cheap as hell.
Often.
Yeah.
It was like $5 for 20 of them.
We got a set of them too.
So that was the one thing I was going to have to do to this.
Let me turn off my background.
You're
The
right.
stupid background. Hang on a second.
Damn, Williams got the fancy one.
Hey, he got the good ones.
I bet.
What do you got? Whoa, where'd you get that from?
It has been a minute since I got it, but
That's a lot, diode, yeah.
it's a heavy duty one.
This is all I got.
Yeah, that's what we got. That
That would
You're
probably
the
work
one that's easier to wire in on my shit.
That'd probably work too. I just wanted something heavy duty, so I got that. Actually, I think I got this for something else. I got this for something else. That's right. But same principle.
It was like an LED, light emitting diode. So you actually put on one of them and it bring a little light up when it comes the right direction.
Yep.
Right? So
The one thing that bothers me on this car, and it's not the car's fault. I was over here on this side, messing with the steering column, and a goddamn mouse crawled up the header, all of the firewall, and went inside the car. I'm
Dang.
like, you little son of a bitch, I just put all these wires in here. You're not going to chew on that shit. So I got to buy some traps tomorrow.
They smelled the fresh wire and they were hungry.
We worked on a balancer one time. We went in and the rat built a nest on top of basically it's encoder. It's basically like an ABS sensor on the front brakes of some cars or whatever to tell you when the wheel's spinning and stuff like that. And he built a nest right on top of it. We go out there because it wasn't working and we ripped his nest out and stuff like that, threw it away, cleaned everything up. We're like, you're good to go. Shit, it wasn't 2 days later. They're like, it's not working again. We come out there, that rat chewed all the wiring out of that fucking balancer.
He got bit.
He's
Pissed off.
Put the
You
goddamn
little
nest
shit.
Dang.
Hey, we had a buddy. I had a buddy. He's dead now, but he had a Plymouth Arrow, had this big block motor in it. And for some reason, all of a sudden, for the past month and a half, his dog was going through this goddamn dog food. He said, man, this dog's eating the hell out of dog food. He didn't think nothing about it. Well, later on down the road, he went to start his drag car up. The son of a bitch wouldn't turn over. So he pulled the headers off, and dog food run out of the fucking header. The cylinder, the rat had crawled up inside the motor and filled the damn cylinder up full of dog food. Because the valve opened up that much.
Well, that's like the radiator I was talking about earlier, full of oyster crackers.
The damn rat was stealing all the dog food, carrying it, throwing it in the damn motor of the car. Like, wow.
Yeah, I got to get some traps, I guess.
Yeah, rat,
Yeah.
the mouse, or whatever, they'll damn wreak
Nah,
havoc.
it's fucking, yeah. I don't know. I was like a mouse.
It had to be a
Nasty
mouse.
motor.
A rat's not going to go up inside a motor.
Yeah,
It had to be
I
a
don't
mouse.
think they'll fit. Yeah, they wouldn't fit.
Them chipmunks are bad out here.
Chipmunks, yeah.
Them
We
little
have
dudes,
everything
I think
here.
they get worse than squirrel and mice do.
In Tennessee, my house in Tennessee, I got a problem with the flying squirrels. And
Mhm.
man, them things are evil looking.
They are.
They got that pointy nose. I don't know. They're weird looking.
And you almost think it's a bat when they fly down at night until
Yeah.
it sticks on you and it's not a bat.
They're
Can you
weird.
actually, can you actually see them fly?
Yeah, you can see them jump out of the trees and off the power lines.
Yeah, they'll
Man,
come
you
over
gotta
from
get
the
some
trees.
video of
They'll
that.
go to my garage. My garage, the eaves are open on it, and they'll come in and go in the garage in there. Yeah, they're weird looking.
You gotta get some
Yep.
video of that. People,
I've been-
probably get 1 million views. Flying
I've been
squirrel.
going down the road before and see them jump off power lines and just come across the road, just soar
Yeah,
across.
they're funny. I don't know why they call it. They don't look nothing like a squirrel. I don't know why they even call them a flying squirrel.
It's like an old man ball sack coming across the road.
Engine light.
Yeah.
How the hell-
How about that time you hit a bird in your Explorer?
Oh, you mean a 20-pound pigeon?
20-pound pigeon.
No, like we were riding down there in Memphis, went to go see some monster trucks with my little girl. So I was in my old Explorer, and we were heading down through there and come up underneath one of the little underpasses, and there's these big old freaking pigeons. I mean, they were huge, and I seen them soar up, and I didn't think nothing about it. Well, since we were going underneath the underpass, everything I got's loud anyway, so I was just like downshift to third, and I just punched it. Well, he hit probably about, I don't know, 60, 70 right there in a 55. And before I knew it, I had a big spot on my window that was an imprint of a bird.
Oh, man.
After I got there, I seen it hit, and it was right in front of her face on the passenger side. Didn't bust the window at all. But it was loud.
Didn't it bend your antenna too?
Yeah, I pull up at the monster truck show. We get out there and we get parked, And I get out and I'm looking, and like you can see where the bird's wing went, his head, like his whole body. And I mean, it's about as big as a basketball.
Imprinted.
She goes, "Was that a bird, Daddy?" I was like, "That was a bird." I look at my antenna, and my antenna was like this. He hit the antenna, and it slapped back to the window.
I was working up in North Carolina and or South Carolina, and I'm sitting there behind this dude, and he's running like everybody's in the left lane or the right lane doing probably 65, and he's in the left lane doing 65 and a half.
Yeah.
Slow as shit. He gets into there's some spot around, speed 90, blocks off and shit like that. Just being a dick, right?
Yeah.
We're going down through there, and it's like a wooded area. So there's woods on both sides of this interstate, right? And he's doing this shit to us. And right at the end of this bridge, I don't know what the hell kind of bird it was, but all I see is a streak come out. And then just feathers. Woof. Oh, it screwed his car up. Because after that, he pulled over. And I like drove by and looked, and it was like, yeah. It was like, it's karma, motherfucker.
Well deserved.
Really?
How does an animal like that though evolve like a flying squirrel?
They jump enough.
Shit like that. It's a defense mechanism, I guess, so things don't eat it.
How'd you get that picture?
But that's like I always wanted to eat a porcupine because
Want to eat one?
yeah. Well, you gotta think, okay, this thing has a super highly developed defense mechanism. Why? Because everything wanted to eat it. So it's gotta be tasty.
The logic is there.
That's
He
sound logic,
does have
Ryan.
a point.
That's sound logic.
There's valid point there.
It's like a cactus.
Yeah, I posted a picture in Discord. If anybody can guess what that hood scoop's made of on that little arrow, I'll give them $20.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
And a t-shirt.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, that's a paint roller thing, isn't it?
Nope.
Is it the metal paint roller?
It looks like it.
Oh, that's a wheelbarrow.
You couldn't turn it?
No.
That looks like a wheelbarrow, like the bottom half of one.
Damn. Who said that?
Yeah, I've been a contractor my whole life.
I owe you $20. You coming to No Name?
Plus, I'm a redneck from Mississippi that's done some pretty weird stuff.
You're coming to No Name? You gotta come to No Name now because I'll give you $20.
He's
I'll be
probably
there.
going to be towing the Cushman to No Name. So yeah,
You be at No Name?
he
Oh, yeah,
should be.
I'll be there.
All right. I owe you $20. I'll give you $20.
Man, I want that car now though. Is that
Dude, I'm
car
on the
Our buddy
hunt.
got drunk. Our buddy got drunk one night and tried to climb a hill and down.
Fucked it up.
Yeah, he run back down the hill and crashed into the side of it.
I'm on the
Damn.
hunt for a Plymouth Champ right now.
I couldn't find the fender for it. He fucked the fender up. I looked for a damn months. I couldn't get a fender.
Well, he put a 3 in it. That little son bitch was a Dundee, man.
Oh man, eat donuts all day long.
It was a
You know, that right there just proves that the side pipes make anything look cool.
I got that car. My wife said, that's an ugly little car. I put them side pipes on it, put them Eco wheels on it, put the wheelbarrow thing on it. She said, that's a good looking car. And she told me he was climbing the hill behind the house with a 4-wheel drive. He'd get all the way to the top as far as he'd go.
Can you
He
see
kept-
the hill in the picture?
He kept turning the wheel left and right, trying to climb it. And when he got top, he had it turned all the way one way. He said, you need to move that car. He's going to run over it. I said, nah, he'd be all right. He come down off that hill backwards, slid down. He had the wheel turned. So it's run right into the fucking car.
Damn.
Like, goddamn. So if you hadn't have said that, he wouldn't have run
Yeah.
over it.
Jinx.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about, because I'm looking for something to drive back and forth to work. And I was thinking about looking for a Challenger, with a new Challenger. But I started looking, I'm like, man, if I get one of them, I got to put side pipes on it.
Hey, you need a
One of
Ford
those
Ranger.
cars was cool as shit with side pipes on it. Functional or not, they would look cool.
I like side pipes. They sound good.
Hey, if I could find me a set, they'd be on the Ranger. I promise you.
Well, that was kind of the thing
Now,
with the Dart. We can take and we're going to unbolt the
Yeah, the I guess what you call it, elephant.
the horns and then put
Yeah.
the side pops on the side of
Put
it.
side pipes down the side of it.
Now,
I got
put
it where I could do either or.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm
Motor in-
looking for a set of, and if anybody knows of any, let me know. A set of small block fender well headers, because I know right where the fender well headers come out is right where my side pipes are right now, and I just want to go straight into it like that.
Nice.
Now I got a question for y'all. on the 440 Cushman, side pipes or stacks?
Stacks.
Stacks.
Side pipes on it, man.
I think the stacks would be better on that.
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, you've got to do the little.
Although I'm
red
kind of
cushion.
torn on that one.
Was that?
I'm kind of torn. I got to
going
kind of
side
see
pipe.
both of it.
As open
Yeah.
as is, yeah, I would probably lean towards the side pops.
I'm about to Photoshop the little red cushion.
Especially now that you're gonna put the motor in front,
Yeah.
Yeah.
put side pipes on it. If you
Well,
don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
side
If you
pipes,
put stacks
you
on
just
it, it'll
assume
look like a little red express truck. It's a little red cushion.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And I forgot that's the one with the cab on it too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The stacks would probably look best on that one actually.
Yes.
I'm still looking. I still got the one you got at your house in my head with the bed on it, no top.
Yeah.
With that one, I can just see zoomies with some big old freaking monster slicks off the back.
yeah, zoomies or side pipes is what I would go. I wouldn't go with stacks.
I'm thinking of
Well-
still having some kind of exhaust on it instead of just doing zoomies on it, doing some kind of exhaust on it still with a
Unless-
muffler and everything.
If you did the little express, little red express, trying to make it look like a little red express, then I'd go with stacks. But if you're going Cushman, I would go with zoomies or side pipes.
Yeah.
Little red rocket.
Oh yeah.
Little Red Rocket. Yeah.
But then you have to go the wood side panels and all that if you're going to do that.
But to cheat, he can buy that 3M like wood grain that's like $3.
Oh yeah,
Just-
just pick it off.
Yeah. Just slap it on the
Well,
sides.
The bed on this thing. Let me see if I can get a picture of it pulled up.
Put some licking
the
stick
bed on
tin
this
groove
thing-
flooring on the side of it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be the shit.
That's what we were going. That's what we're toying around with the idea on her truck doing a Midnight Express.
That'd be cool.
I was actually gonna, and I still want to do, because I've looked, and you look up articles, and there's a lot of people that argue back and forth. But from what I understand, it's the Midnight Express was a dealer only option. Like they ordered a Warlock, and then they bought the Midnight Express stuff to put on it.
I just sent a picture in the Discord. That's 2 separate Ford Aspires that I had that I did the exhaust on like that.
Oh God.
Hey, William had a time and a half in one of those little Aspires one day.
Mhm. Yep.
I took some of them old greenhouse gables. I took one of the tops of them off and split it in 2 and cut it and wired it together and brought it out the back and left them sticking out. They were sticking out probably about a foot on each side. Still had the holes drilled in them. And I'd go through Walmart parking lot and just stick it down in first, doing about 30, and it'd pop off every car alarm in that park.
So they stuck out like my back tires do.
Possibly a little more. Well, after the first night, I cut about 6 inches off of it because I kept running around the car and it tripped me, and I wasn't gonna have that again.
Sit on the top of the tire. Like if I need a place to sit around this car, I can just sit on top of the tire.
Nice. Yeah, that next day I wound up cutting about 6 inches off of it. just because I come flying around the back of the car that night after I was done with it and tripped and fell. I was like, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Like getting a trailer edge.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking trailer.
Actually, after I cut those off like that, I took spray paint cans and cut the bottom of them off, and then cut where the nozzle goes off and welded spray paint cans onto them and just painted them red. And I did so much to those little cars.
You ain't right.
And that's only on just those two vehicles. He's done a lot of stuff.
Oh, I've done some stuff. The last little Aspire, it came out really good though. Like I actually took my time a little bit with it. I say a little bit. I didn't pop all the dents out, but it came out better. The first one, I got bored sitting in William's yard one day with the first one. It went out there with some, I think it was some chrome acrylic paint, and just started putting flames on the fenders.
Do you remember the little Sundance? Little Plymouth Sundances? There was somebody had one for sale a while back that I want to say they had made it rear wheel drive and put a 440 in it.
Damn.
I really still want one of those little Dodge Shelbys.
I know where 3 of them are.
I know where one's sitting in Memphis right now, and it's been there for months.
I love
Which
those.
one?
Go and look for a 19 Datsun truck.
The Shelby Dakotas?
$8,000 for those. It's like, what in the hell, man? So I learned to drive in.
The Shelby Dakota, or are you talking about the Shelby
No, the little car.
Daytonas? The Daytonas?
Oh,
Yeah, the little
yeah.
Mustang thing they tried making.
Dude, I
Yeah,
would.
Pull
I
apart
wanted
had
an
one
Omni.
for sale. Not that one of the last few times I was actually in there.
Yeah, as far as I know, they still have it. They've had it ever since we seen it first time.
Little 4-cylinder with turbo, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, some of them had turbo, some of them didn't, but
Yeah.
I think the difference was the ones, maybe the one with the pop-up headlights had a turbo. I could be wrong.
I just
The-
thought all the
this
Shelby
is-
ones had one.
This is the Cushman that's turning into the 440 Cushman. The bed is a utility kind of heavy duty bed, and not like the one behind it, which is like mine, which is just like a regular bed with fenders on it.
That yellow one is nice. The yellow one, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna want to get rid of it.
It needs some rust repair. I know that on the right side of the frame towards the front, but I can do that.
Either that, or you're gonna want to take the rest of the cab off of it and put onto yours, the top part of the cab, and put on yours.
I couldn't do that.
I'll be right back.
I couldn't do that. I'm gonna
Put a loader for one.
change the picture on that and bring up another one.
You know, the Cushmans I remember when I was in Miami growing up as a kid, they had the mail carts. And it's the same vehicle, except it didn't have a bed on the back. It was like a wagon.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they
2
called
doors.
those Vansters. I think I think those were called Vansters.
Yeah. Because there was a kid down the road that he had bought one, and he drive the shit out of that summit. I remember he come around a corner one time on the road. He flipped that summit over on its side. We had to pick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
They had double sliding doors on both sides, and it was completely panel all the way back.
This one, it has some rust damage on the frame, on the right front frame, right behind the body panel. I can fix that. That's nothing. But
That's the one. That's the one you're not. That's the one I just took a piss next to.
I'm gonna have a hard time.
Well, that's why it's rusty.
I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of that one. I can already tell.
You are.
Hobbies on the back.
See, that's-
You know,
that's-
like I said, if somebody
skill.
was to take that and put like a little snow cone machine in the back of it and drive around selling snow cones,
That would be
it'd be
awesome.
awesome. You'd probably make a shit ton of money too.
that
Y'all
was
got ice cream machines still going around up y'all's way?
We got the ice cream guy that got
Yeah, we do too in our neighborhood every now and then.
I did that job for a while.
Yeah, we used to have still here. I ain't heard of it in a while.
Only thing I've got
That's
Dairy
still
Queen.
that Cushman there, that yellow one. It's still a newer model because it's rounded off. The ones that I remember were more square.
1973.
Yeah,
It's
I looked up the model number on it. It's a 73.
yeah. These were back in the '60s. They were more squared off.
Actually, the ones that were square were actually into the later 70s, 73, like 74, 75. The older ones were rounded.
We're in Miami. 64 to 71.
No,
78?
But there were other models too. There were other models, but I think in the early 70s they did come out with some that were pretty square. Aside from the trucksters and similar ones like that.
You know what, William? You know what you remind me of when we start talking about Cushman?
What was that?
You remind me of talking to an AMC guy. You ever talk to an AMC guy at a car show? And you just sit there and think to yourself, why do you know all this?
Well, you have to
AMC
know
guys
every-
are dedicated.
You have to know everything being AMC guy. 'Cause
I'm
AMC
still wondering how badly I pissed off that guy at Indy when he was I was trying to correct him on his swept line gearbox, him saying it was for power steering.
There was when I went with Dennis to go pick these up, and there was guys that you just about didn't get them. There was a guy who wanted to buy them in the damn parking
Oh wow!
lot at the gas station. We
Before
go
I,
to the gas station. I go to the gas station to get soda and stuff. Dennis and they're paying for gas, and I look out, and there's this guy walking all around the trailer looking at him. I'm like, Jesus.
speaking of Dennis, you need to give me a burnout video of Dennis's car.
We need to get Dennis's car to the track so I can take some video of it. I think
Get down the side of the road, just give me a little burnout video. Give me a little rip. And I'm going to do a little matchup thing or whatever, and I'm going to put it on our channel as a short or
That's
whatever.
what I told him. If you did a call out video with his car on it, he'd probably get most of his subs right there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do. But I was thinking a short, because shorts usually bring more people or whatever. And I'm going to be like a burnout of his car versus and then a burnout of my car. Come see it at No Name National.
Well, I do. Well, you could.
You know what I'm saying? Just the burnout part, and then
This is just an idea, but if you did like that short and then you did an actual call out video, you know, like you got.
yeah, well, I will, yeah, that too. But yeah, I want to kind of, like I said, I got a call out video. Both of us are going to do a whole call out thing or whatever. But like I said, I was just wanting to do the short thing to try to get him up to 500.
Yeah.
I think that would.
See, that's the whole thing, though, with him and his car. I think once race season hits and he's out, and we get some good videos of his car racing.
Yeah.
His fucking subs will go shoot through the goddamn roof.
Mhm.
You know?
Because I know that was a problem. I think he said he had that fixed, but
What?
the audio part where he was taking videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll probably be because he's got to drive the car, so I'll be the one. Me or her will be the one shooting the video on it. So
I got you. Well, just the videos he was taking. I noticed earlier the audio was kind of messed up or whatever. So
yeah,
I've got an iPhone for work. I was thinking if he still can't get it figured out, I was going to go on my iPhone and try to help him out, try to see what was going on.
That's what I've been doing.
I don't know. I don't know iPhone nothing.
Me neither. But I got one for work.
Yeah, I hate iPhone.
I do too.
iPhones are the only phones I'll buy.
Garbage.
I love
Got
iPhones.
an iPad that I like to throw out the fucking
Yeah.
window every time I damn touch the bastard.
The only time I've had
Everything's
a
ass
high
fucking
end
backwards. If they didn't have to try to be so freaking different, it wouldn't be so bad. But everything's just weird.
I got an accidental, really awesome picture of the Charger today.
That was good.
Put it up.
I just posted in Discord. I'm about to pull it up.
Okay.
Got to get back down to the bottom of the page. I was scrolled so far up at the Cushman pictures.
Nice.
I I think for No Name, I still have a call out with Ryan. I know what we were talking. Apparently, he's planning to change up vehicles he was bringing. So,
Are you still bringing Ben?
oh, absolutely.
Is he not bringing the B anymore?
Well, originally he told me he was supposed to be bringing his '66 Plymouth, but I think he changed that up and said now he's supposed to be bringing the B.
Yeah, that was the last we heard because he's got a call out with.
Yeah, it's gonna be B on B Cron.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post a good video on that. I just haven't got it together yet.
actually, speaking about Ben, I was gonna do a video on that car. It should have been running this weekend, but instead of putting the single 4 on there, we just decided to go ahead and do the tunnel ram.
God damn, everybody with a tunnel ram.
Tunnel rams are cool.
I know. I'm gonna have my fake tunnel ram.
This is actually a still image from a video I shot today, and it turned out to be a really freaking awesome
Neat
picture.
video or neat picture.
Plus,
That is.
unlike everybody else that's putting tunnel rams on their cars now, ours had a tunnel ram back in the 70s, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, unlike everybody else who's putting tunnel rims on their cars, I would pay $600 for mine with the carburetor. So anybody that says tunnel rims too expensive.
We gave a little bit for ours, but 383 tunnel ramps are kind of a little harder to get.
Well, they're about as hard as small block tunnel rims. Small block Mopar tunnel rims are hard to find.
I don't know, it seems like the W2 ones are a little more available to find.
Don't tell me that because then I'm going to put W2 heads on this motor.
But you need to put W2 heads on it.
Hey, the only tunnel ram I ever owned was on a 383. I had a Roadrunner. I put a tunnel ram on it. It was up in the hood. And I was driving down the road, and for some reason it kept leaking gas out of the damn fuel line. So I had my flashlight in the car, and I would turn the flashlight on and look under to see if it was leaking fuel or not. And the damn flashlight wouldn't come on. So I had to keep shaking it, and I hit my damn dash pad and cracked that son of a bitch.
Oh,
I cracked that damn dash pad, and hey, that's the last time I had that tunnel ram on. I took that son of a bitch off and threw it in the garbage. That pissed me off that bad. I ain't fucking with this shit no more.
Wish you had that Roadrunner back.
Yeah, I wish I had the car back right now. But
He had a sweet fucking Roadrunner back in the day, man.
I had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Talking
Oh,
about
wow.
Roadrunners, I got a buddy who his car is about the ugliest car from the factory I've ever even seen. Now, let me find a picture here and I'll show you what it looks like now. Here it is. Let's see. Share screen.
I don't have a picture of your Roadrunner, though.
I've got some on VHS. I got to transfer it over.
This is the car now, if this is showing.
Some video of it going down the track, even.
The car, when it originally came out, though,
whoa.
it was
There you go.
green with a silver interior, but it's a factory Hemi 4-speed car.
Oh, hell.
And the dealership couldn't sell it, so they pulled the Hemi out and sold it separately.
Green with a silver.
Yeah, and it's
What
funny
does the
because
interior look like, though? I wonder.
oh,
Because you remember if you like the later, like the '80s C3 Corvettes. You ever see one of them with silver interior?
I think he's got a photo of the silver interior.
'Cause I think that those, if it looked like that, I'd love
That's
that.
weird.
It's funny though because he actually found the guy that they believe to have the Hemi out of their car.
I wonder, Dennis, if you could get an external micro. You know, Dennis, what you need to do is just buy a new phone.
I said, Dennis, I'm gonna get on my iPad and
Get it-
look through the
get it
settings
Android
and stuff like
phone.
that, and see what's going on, or if there's anything you may be able to change or anything on that.
You need to
Because
switch
it seems
to
like you
Android.
can hear him, and then all of a sudden it just goes mute. When anything
It's got
no,
some.
it's like when you talk on the phone. When you're talking on the phone, when you talk the microphone's mute on the other end or something like that. It seems like something that's going on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I've got like an off-brand Android now, and it'll mute like every time I put it to my face.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what I'm
It,
saying.
it
It seems
does all
like
kinds of
when
crap.
he's taking
I
the
hate it.
video, that seems like what it's doing.
Yeah,
It's
well,
weird. Like I
this
said, I
one,
watched some of his shorts, and it's
like this
Oh,
piece of
that
crap
is
here.
nice.
Yeah, the silver interior in those cars is really nice.
damn. We should have done silver in the.
That
This
is
one's
nice.
a black car.
That
So-
actually looks
really good.
Interior in
Yeah, I wouldn't like that with green.
the silver.
No, green with the silver interior. That's a terrible combo.
Who was talking? Oh, what's his name? He was in here. I forgot the channel now, but he was on Bucks Live.
Oh, Phil. West-
Yeah,
and
Phil.
Busted.
he said he bought a dart that was gold with a green interior.
Ugh.
But oh god,
I've seen those.
Robot.
Not pretty.
That's the very reason why my dad changed the original, the factory original interior out of this Charger that I have now, because it had the original gold interior in it, but somebody had painted the outside black. So it was black outside, tan gold interior. He said it looked like crap.
Yeah, I don't know
Green
about that.
interior in it from his first Charger in there.
Yeah, well, with the black like that, I mean, it looks a lot better. You see a gold car, you're like, that's nice. You walk
Yeah.
over there too. It's like, whose baby just shit in this car?
I kind of wish he would have left it in there because he probably took out the build sheet.
Yeah,
That is true.
A lot of people back then didn't know about it.
no. Or it just really didn't matter back then, really.
My dad called the Sure Grip a posse because that's just what people called it.
yeah, oh yeah.
Unless you were a Chrysler guy that worked at Chrysler, or knew somebody that worked at Chrysler, or researched it heavily yourself, you didn't know what Sure Grip was.
Oh,
You didn't know the proper term for it.
I actually don't mind guys calling a Sure Grip a posse because at the end of the day, it does the exact same thing.
What's the Ford name?
There's a couple different ones. There's a traction lock is like the big one though.
What, like, did they call it track lock or just call it?
Yeah,
track?
it's a track lock.
Okay.
Like,
no, I was
it-
going to say that green 71 that I had in here had green interior, but it kind of grew on me. If I would have got my hands on that car, I probably would have left it all green.
Yeah.
But then that's another car that I shouldn't own because I'd have fucked it up. You know, that car was a 71, and the last inspection sticker that was on that car from Missouri was 78.
Wow.
Nice.
And that
I
was
don't guess I know the
last time
71 you're talking about.
And it had numbers matching 383 and everything, and I'd have fucked that car.
Yeah, it's out here. We online, yeah.
That's all right. I'm getting my 71 back. I can fuck it up because it's just a satellite.
That is the nice part. I get some dudes don't like satellites and Belvederes or Coronet 440s because, oh, it's not a muscle car. And it's like,
You hear me, Nikki?
I don't know. You have more fun with the base models.
Unless it's a four-door, it's the same car.
Yeah, it really is.
Four doors are parts cars, but you know. we
I
could
agree
argue.
with that.
I wouldn't mind having a 4-door Mopar.
I don't like four doors, but I do like station wagons.
Yeah, I like station wagons, and I wouldn't mind having a four-door car, but I wouldn't. I'd just make it a cruiser, either a cruiser or a sleeper.
I'm not giving two-door money for a four-door, though.
No, yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Yeah.
Minivans.
Speaking of vans, I want an A100 or an Econoline so bad right now.
I still think one of those early caravans, you know, the ones that were more squared off, the first caravans that came out. I did some looking, and those would fit on the wheelbase is the same as the Dodge Dakota.
All
you
right,
get
I got some
V8
photos
Dodge
pulled up.
Dakota. Huh?
I got photos pulled up to see which ones you're talking about.
The V8 Dodge Dakota. You
Oh, I
get
got
one-
caravans pulled up.
Put that minivan on it, and you make a badass little fucking minivan.
That makes me think of a Dakota.
Like that
Corolla.
one up in the corner with the wood grain on it. You buy one of those.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I had one of those back in the
No.
day.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you can build something cheap.
High
like that.
school.
To me, the
Okay.
A100 or the
ain't
Econoline
a
is like
van to
the
me.
ultimate van.
I actually,
18 van.
like the looks.
Scooby Doo van, man.
I like the looks of the Ford vans better than the Dodge and the Chevys, but I just can't own a Ford. I can't bring myself to do it.
It's not that bad.
You just break my heart.
4-letter word, man. 4-letter word.
That's the same way I could easily own a Chevy. Fuck, you get them cheap and parts are everywhere for them, but nah.
See, I can't own a
Unless it's my
GM.
secret Corvette that I'm going to own one day. That's all right.
Well, see, I've owned one Dodge car, one, and I bought it from William, and then I traded it for a Ford.
Downhill.
Yep, trading down.
My first car, Camaro, but I can't grow a mullet anymore, so I can't own another. So
It's like if you want an old school Camaro, you have to have a mullet and a full Manchu. You have to.
It's true.
Oh, I've had a second gen Camaro. I actually like those too. I wouldn't own one, but I like them. And I like the third gens.
and that's the bad part about it. When I was 15, I went to buy my first car. I could have bought a '68 Camaro SS for $3,500. Running, driving, and it was actually a decent car, but they had a big block in it before, and you could tell no cage, anything like that. And it was warped up. It was bad. It
Yeah.
had been drag raced, had big tires back, and all that. That was just. Yeah. But still, worth a whole lot more than what I got. I got one Z28 Camaro, but
Yeah, I had a 78 Camaro.
I have not owned a single GM product, so
I've owned a lot of El Caminos too. I like El Caminos.
I gotta
I
keep
got a
my
couple
crack
Pontiacs. That's all I've ever owned.
like I said, I gave that Camaro hell. I beat.
And I
the
did have
shit out of
one
that
70
thing.
Nova. Actually traded my 68 Roadrunner for a 70 Nova. Shoot me in the fucking head.
There's a Chevy guy at work, and he had a Nova. His Nova race car was pretty fast, and he was like, "Oh, I like your car. It looks like a Nova." I go, "No, it's cooler than a Nova." And he goes, "Oh, because it's a Mopar?" I go, "No, because they never made a 4-door Duster. Never made a 4-door Duster, and they made 4-door Novas."
When I was in college, my teacher had a 63 Nova convertible. It was red. It was a beautiful car.
it actually messed with me when I discovered they made 4-door Novas. I kept looking at it. It's like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, they made 4-door Darts. They just didn't make 4-door Dusters. I'm glad they made that conscious decision. Not
I
to
mean,
make
technically, if you think about it, the Scamp and the Valiant, but
I really want a Scamp. I would love to have like a 73, 74 Scamp.
dude, there's no telling. When I was looking for a first car, there's no telling you how many of those I passed up for $1,500.
I like the front end. I like the front end on these Dusters. I like the hood, and I hate the dark front end with that fucking pecker nose. I hate that.
I like the Dusters, but I can't do the Scamps.
Engine light. You're a Ford guy. You know what you need to buy?
A Pinto.
It would make it. You buy one of these and build it, and then your channel would take off. Buy a Pinto. Find a Pinto.
I'd love
Hey,
to have
if you
one.
do, I've got traction bars for a Pinto.
See? You
I'd love to
need
find one.
A 460 Pinto.
I mean,
And
depending on how
I'd
big of
put
a
reverse
project you
flames
want.
going on it and everything.
I'd go with a Maverick. Fuck a Pinto.
Mavericks are actually the Mavericks were pretty cool.
I like the Mavericks.
SC Maverick, that was a badass car.
I got a cousin who he's a Ford guy. He has a 64 Fairlane, a 72 Maverick, an 80s model Pinto, and like a 20-something Model A.
Just don't buy a Mustang because those are girls' cars.
Well, he does own a Fox body as well.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't know.
I had the little Fox body, the convertible.
You know, you guys ever watch Old Man's Garage or Street Racing Channel?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They just got. Did you see that Fox body that they're giving away?
That's the one that she bought. That
No, the silver one, the one that the old man bought.
I ain't seen
Silver
that.
one. It's not a bad looking car, but it was the Fox body.
That was
with
my
all the-
favorite ones. Yeah.
They had all the ground effects on and everything. Those don't look bad. I own one of those.
Yeah, that's what my cousin's is. It's about that year.
Yeah.
But folks can't buy them anymore because everybody wants them to build race cars out of them.
That's what this one was. It was a trans breakaway from being a bad bitch.
Yeah. They want
Why you
put
make
that
me go
all
to
cars.
marketplace looking at stuff?
I'm still waiting for the Hemi swap Fox body, then I'll be happy.
I can show you a 440 swapped Fox body.
No, you know what I want? I want a 440 swap fucking PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser.
That's what I want.
Side pipes.
What about a Hemi swap
With
Ford
the side
Ranger?
pipes.
How about
There's
a turbo
something
Hemi
else out here.
powered Fox body?
Her fucking our landlord's son has got this car sitting over here, and I'm always tempted to ask him if he wants to sell it. It's a like a 06 Chrysler Crossfire or a 03 Chrysler Crossfire. And if you fucking put a modern Hemi in one of them, that'd be a bad little motherfucker. Because those Crossfires were little 2-seater cars.
Yeah.
They got the fucking German motors in it, BMW motors in them. But I'm looking at it right now. It's right outside the door.
Oh, is that how we were?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't
damn,
know if
I was a Ford guy too until I owned a couple, and then it just, yes, no, not for me.
I
But
like
it depends on which motors you have. If you have decent motors, which
I had a
without all the crap,
4.6 liter, just the regular thing, and a 95 Thunder Chicken, and it was all right. It ran okay, but I still didn't get probably 70,000 miles out of it before.
yeah,
It was.
they're like the Windsor and all that stuff. All that's great, but then you
old
get all
school
this
stuff
newer.
now.
You
Yeah.
get all this newer stuff, and there's just too much garbage on it to even keep it running.
Now,
It's like
you know-
my Ranger now. I mean, it's got 8 spark plugs and it's a 2.3.
No.
There's no need in it.
Well, shit. We had a 91 Ford Ranger my brother brought brand new when he graduated high school. We put 500,000 miles on that thing. I beat the hell. He beat the shit out of it. I beat the shit out of it. And the only reason that truck went down, he left. He was here. He left. But we passed that thing back and forth, and then it was leaking gear oil. You know, out of the transmission. You had to put some in it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after. He's like, man, this thing ain't leaking oil no more. It must have fixed itself. And then it wasn't long after, freaking, yeah.
Oh man.
Now I like the Cougars.
It's
The
like my
only Ford motor
80.
I actually don't
Never
like
looked at
is the 351M and the 400.
I had
Well,
it on
you know
87 or no.
Go ahead. Oh, I think he froze up.
I've got a car buddy friend that's in my local car group I'm in. It's got a 1970 Cougar Eliminator that he bought off the showroom floor.
Those
He
are cool.
raced
cars.
it. He raced it at a local track until the local track shut down, and he held a record until the track closed. He swapped
That's
a
a nice
302
car.
in it. He swapped a he swapped a 302 in it. It's a factory 351 Cleveland.
But now here's something not a lot of people know, and the only reason I know is because I drove one when I worked for the fucking tire shop when I was a kid. You know, like the Thunderbirds you were talking about. You know how they had the super coupes, the turbo coupes.
My granny had one.
Yep.
You could actually get a Cougar, that same body style Cougar, with a 5.0 turbo in it. It had a turbocharged 5.0 in it. And I was like, that was a fun car to test drive there.
It's Fox body platform.
Yeah.
I actually saw a 5.0 Fox body Mustang in the junkyard one time. Didn't look half bad. It was a real 5.0 car.
That's where they belong. Oh, sorry.
Did not Mopar make a damn super coupe? Did they not?
Yeah,
It's like a Duster looking.
it was the Aspen or Volare.
Yeah. Super coupe. Yeah.
Except I think those had 360s in them. They had real motors in them. Which I wouldn't mind owning one of those. I actually like those. What I really wish I could get, and I'm kind of upset because I just found out that the car that I was going to buy got sold for cheap. But a friend of mine, Dennis's, Mark, he had a fucking Murata.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Had the whatever the fancy Murata wheels were, you know, you get the ones with the different wheels. It was a 318 car, and he wanted $3,000 for it, and I was going to buy it because I mean it was a nice car. It's running, driving fucking car. Well, Dennis just said I think his nephew or something went up there and said he wanted the car, and they test drove it, and I think he said he sold that car for $1,000. Like, son of a bitch, I could have come up with that money. That was actually my plan. I was going to buy that car and make a sleeper out of it until Ryan came up with my satellite. Then I had to put all my fucking plans on hold to get my damn satellite.
Where the hell's Ryan been? I hadn't seen him around.
I'm buying shit and selling shit.
Yeah, I know. He had a 70 Cuda I seen he sold. I'm out of my Cuda phase.
So
So.
messed up as that car was, that car was still the cheapest. You could have got into that car if you knew how to fix it and made money off that car. Because I mean, under $5,000 for any e-body, especially one that wasn't rusted to shit. Yeah, it had some frame damage, but fuck it.
I'm picky when it comes to frame damage because if it's like a kink or something, all right, I'll mess with it. But if it's actual rot, it's a parts car.
But they're fixable though.
Shit. I'm driving a parts car down the track at 150 mile an hour then.
That's
It's
the
just
whole
what-
thing that's fixable.
We took the frame out of the dart with our bare hands.
The
Of course,
amount
it's
of time
frame,
it
but-
takes to put rails and stuff back in the cars, it's just easier to find one that's not that rough.
Depending, but is it
Down
cheaper?
here, man. I looked.
But here, that's the thing. Is it cheaper to find one? No, it's not. And if you can do the work yourself, you end up in a car, a much better car than what you could really afford.
Like I said, this dart we bought,
fair.
like I said, we had plans on putting it back, making a little sleeper out of it or whatever, but once we got into it, it was bad. So pretty much, yeah, we just gutted it. They made a race car out of it.
This Duster, I could pull the motor and the back tires off of it and the side pipes off of it and sell it for more than I got in it right now. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it yourself.
I'm still trying to look at a couple of items for whenever bin does go. I don't know. There's so much stuff out there. It's hard deciding what you really want to get.
My thing is, if it's already rotten and gone, it doesn't hurt me to tear it apart and do what you want.
Well, and see,
Yeah.
I see anything with like a rotted out frame. That's a good race car project right there.
Yeah.
Like, I get that side of things, but I wouldn't go trying to do a concourse restoration on a car that needs front and rear frame rails, floor pans.
On anything. I I would not want to do a concourse restoration on anything.
Oh, me either, because
I can't
then
win
you
the
wouldn't
lottery.
enjoy it.
Yeah. At that point, you're afraid to
That's what
even
it
breathe
is.
on the car.
Yeah, that's the thing. William could go through and have all the body work done to his car, painted up all nice and everything, and then would you want to drive it?
No.
Because then in your head, oh shit, it's a $50,000 car. If I take it out anywhere and get hit, I'm out that money. You know, no.
That's actually part of the reason why I'm glad that super stock car deal might not be pulling through. Because I was like, dude, if something happened to that car, it's just like with Ben, you can't replace that.
Yeah, find you something like a satellite or an off-brand and make it and hot rod the shit out of it.
Yeah. I
Now,
mean,
on my Charger, one thing I have thought about was restoring the floor structure, getting all that solid, fixing the areas of rust that need to be fixed, like right behind the back window and all that. But leaving the outside ratty, restoring the trunk, the engine compartment, and the interior. But leaving the outside ratty.
I'd do that.
That way, when you pop the hood, you'll see the beautiful original color, the medium gold metallic. You'll see it in the trunk, and the interior will be black, but the exterior is left ratty.
Well, then again, though, William, with your car, though, it's a different story, though, because that was your dad's car. You probably nobody could offer you enough money to get rid of that car.
Yeah.
I don't think. If you're anything like me, that's like when I get my 71 back. Nobody's gonna be able to offer me enough money to get rid of that car. So,
Well, it's original
go
patina.
ahead.
It's like your car has been. That's the way that car's been, and that's the way it'll always be. You're fixing the inside and stuff like that, fixing the structural stuff, and that's fine. It's and that's cool. It's like when you get to certain things, like Dean's car here. Granted, it's nice and pretty, but his was pretty much gone.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, so his would have been, So it's kind of one of them things to where.
My car probably should have went to the junkyard and crushed. But I took
Kevin?
the underhand and
What's up?
But that's like this Duster. If somebody came in and had a stack of money and offered me a decent price for it, yeah, I'd sell it. I'm
it's
not
like just
going to
sell for a
invest in
price.
this car at all.
I actually
just-
have considered getting that Duster from Justin, and he's got a pretty good price on it. I don't know. There's so much stuff out there. I'm kind of wanting to find a 68 to 70 B body, just so I can,
Yeah, but then you're paying B-body money.
Well, that's my problem. If I find one, it's not going to be B body money.
What year
So-
model?
I'm just looking at anything 68 to 70. I'd like to find either a 68 GTX or a 68 Coronet RT.
Soon.
And honestly,
there
I'd be
too.
fine with sport satellites or a base Coronet.
We're working on we're swapping we got a 66 Belvedere 2. We're putting a Gen 3 Hemi in.
That'd be sick.
Take a roll, man.
Waiting on oil pan.
I got a 67 that's still not done.
So how would you?
I was going back and forth. I was going to talk to her about Gen 3 Hemi, her truck, just because she wants to drive it around a lot. It's like, well, fuck, where you go?
Having a 5.7 in there, or even one of the newer ones in there would be pretty cool.
6.4 is hard to find. Like I said, we bought Brian, did you ever get that picture? I don't know if that front or the center console piece is going to work in your car.
I never got any pictures done, did we?
I saw them,
Oh,
and
okay.
I sent Lee a picture of our center console.
Ours different than what you got. You got the damn the screen in
Yeah.
there. Ours don't have the screen.
Look at it, Brian. I said,
I'll
oh,
look at it later.
it's
What
kinda-
weird?
I don't know. It's weird.
Or is it on my phone?
The rear wing will work, but the rest of it
Yeah.
all different.
So how was your concert, Kevin?
Great.
Let's see. Yeah.
I'm too broke to afford too many beers, so just 2.
What kind of beers?
But
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't get a choice, and that's all they have.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, that is different. That's like the other one that we found.
Yeah,
Now, what the hell is up with your car?
Yeah, I don't know what the. I mean, it's a RT. I don't know why it's different like that. Yeah.
I'll share up a photo. This is also a dart I'm considering from getting a buddy of mine. It's nothing wild. It's a 273 4-barrel car, and it's blue, white interior. It's just super
Oh, I
nice.
like that dart. I like that dart.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I really,
You ought to buy that.
I'm really thinking about it.
4 hours.
I just know if I get it, I won't want to sell it.
No, don't sell it. Drive it.
Like I said, when
So
I
I
bought
have
the car, it was
found-
like 2008, 2009, and everything was so stupid, man. It was like, and then his cousin me shouting was like, "Hey, this dude just dug a Dodge Dart out of his backyard. Y'all want it?" They were taking it to the junkyard. I'm like, how much you want for it?
God, I love
That's
that
a whole lot nicer than what we got.
hell yeah.
My younger brother actually, he just struck up a deal with our older brother here a while back. He's getting his 68 dart that's a 3-door with a 360 and a 4-speed.
3-door.
I think
Three-door?
you enjoy that dart.
4-door that he was in the middle of converting and he never finished it.
My thing is, I didn't used to like the Dusters. I didn't like darts. I didn't like Dusters. I was real picky on my Mopars. But then this one, I got this one, and the more it just you stand and look at all the body lines on these cars. Sorry, the Dusters are fucking cool.
I gotta show you the one I drove to my high school graduation.
And I can't believe that they put that much into these cars to make them look like this, and it sold a bajillion of them.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
Dusters I saw driving around when I was a kid, just like slant 6 cars that people just drove back and forth to work.
I think the first year of production on the Duster, they actually sold as many or just shy of what the Roadrunners sold.
But these were throwaway. These were the throwaway cars back in the day. These were the economy little shit boxes.
That is true. Even though we love them now.
Yeah. Well, you know, none of these cars they expected to last this fucking long.
Oh wow, that is
They weren't thinking that when they were, smoking weed and painting them in the factory.
The last picture was after we cut all the rust out.
wow.
There's almost nothing left of it.
That's some weight reduction.
Just got to click off. Bring it back up.
It was bad.
Now just click, right there.
So why are Ford Pintos going for so much freaking money right now?
Yeah, well, I was looking at that. Anywhere from about $2,000 to $4,000.
It's the
I
same
see some for
thing.
more than four. There's some on here for like 15, 16 grand.
Fully restored, probably.
It's the same thing.
I found one. There's one that's about 6 hours from me in Georgia. It's $1,000 and it has no motor.
Yeah, what's up, Jed?
The webcam's being kind of screwy.
That's all right.
I'm gonna pull a Mr. Hobbs and
You
See, I'm
didn't
trend
wanna-
setting now.
You just didn't want to get dressed to get on camera. It's fine.
You got to
You're
wipe
right,
it
I
off
am.
from the previous use.
you're right. I'm sitting here squeezing my nipples right now, staring into your eyes, William.
Dang,
All right, that's it.
Jesus.
I ain't even been in the live for 5 minutes.
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's
It's
officially
all
Weird Al.
hour. That's being unfiltered.
Jed enters the live. Weird Hour starts.
Automatic.
Dude, I was out at the other place and I was on a mission to clean the entire workbench off. Not just clean it all off, but pack all that stuff away, throw stuff away, and then scrub it clean. And I was sitting there listening to some station on Pandora, and I started playing this trombone a cappella version of Carry On My Wayward Son. Weird. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I was sitting there jamming to it, and I was trying to remember the words, and I couldn't. So I just started lip syncing. I just started making shit up, and I actually made a pretty fucked up little story about a kid getting a nutsack dubbed up in a bike chain.
So now we know why the webcam really don't work.
Oh, throwback. Here's a photo of my duster.
Throw it up on.
Right.
Damn, what'd you do with that? Throw that up on throw that up in StreamYard.
Do you want an honest answer of what actually happened to it? The grill got busted out. I bought grills from Jed, which was actually how I met him. And
Yeah, I remember that. I was there when you bought it.
yeah, I started gathering parts to throw it together, and I just got way too low on money. And so I started parting the car out, and then a buddy bought it so he could cut the frame rails out.
Ooh.
That car was full of Bondo.
It doesn't matter.
Still,
We don't discuss the Bondo that's in this car.
better than what I said.
I'll give it, the frame rails and the floors were actually super solid on that car, but yeah, it was, I don't know, I do regret selling it some days.
There. I just shared why you don't buy a clutch fan on eBay.
Oh god.
Oh, put that up.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now hit open in browser.
Whoa.
You know, I have done that.
Now you just share that tab.
I didn't make a damn three.
You
Not
didn't
even
make it. Yeah, he didn't make it to the end of the road.
into the road. I turned the corner and I gassed it and it went through the radiator.
I did that in my Windsor in my 1990. Or yeah, it was a 1990 F-150, and I did that. It was just my mud truck, but I put one in there and I hit it going down the road, and I maybe went 15 minutes down the road, and it did that crap.
It's got
Man.
electric fans now.
That's what mine went straight to it after the new radiator and everything else.
Wow.
Yeah, that just brings back memories. Painful.
This was the Duster I drove to my high school graduation. Part of it's gold, part of it's blue, part of it's purple.
It probably still is better than this one before I painted it.
Oh, and then this is the Dart that my younger brother is got the deal worked out on.
Nice. 68. Post car.
It was originally a 4-door. I thought he had pictures of the other side, but
Well, here, quit throwing stuff in Discord. Pop it up on StreamYard because people want to see the stuff we're talking about, even though there's only 5 people in here. We pretty much said it how we want. There's only 5 people.
that is true.
That's the world.
Well, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We got more people on the screen than are what. That's the way my lives used to be, though, all night.
Right.
I would always have more people on the screen than people watching.
Yeah, but the more people in the conversation, that just means it can get weird or cool stuff can get talked about really fast.
Exactly.
So we can make it weird really quick.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
I shared all sorts of cool photos earlier.
Mark says he's still here.
I'm just saying, I shared a bunch of cool freaking photos earlier. Nothing.
Well, that's because you were in the video.
Yeah. You weren't here to talk about it.
Why do I gotta be here to talk about it?
Because they're your pictures.
Yeah, I can't sit here and tell everybody Anna decided to cut up your W2 headed 340.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a picture of my lawnmower. My dad said I could paint, so I just did something.
Oh God,
Nice.
is that like recent?
That's when I had this house over here before I moved back down there.
Oh wow.
He said, "Will you get it painted so I can sell it?" And I was like, "I'll get it painted, but I don't know if you're gonna sell it."
I really like that. That's fucking cool.
Dude, that's like
I'll pull it up and I'll share it.
that's ultimate trailer trash for a lawnmower.
No, see, there's another picture. It actually has a like 2-foot echo tip on it that I put on it.
Here, William got it.
Yeah, no, William beat me.
I do a lot of stuff.
I like your touch on the headlight.
I had to do something.
I like the flames.
Cardboard, a pocket knife, and a can of spray paint.
That actually is a really good flame job.
Believe it or not, that'll give you a whole lot more YouTube than most cars.
Yeah, it took me probably like 20 minutes to do that whole thing.
I think I actually bought that light from you, didn't I?
Yeah, that's the same light you got. That's when I got it. I bought it, I put it on that, had it wired on there for like a couple days, and then took it off and sold it to you.
I think you should help William paint one of his rigs. One of his cars needs ghost flames.
Okay, we got Tim and Dennis.
Oh, I got to.
He's a Cushman with flames.
Yes.
Honestly, it's probably going to be a Cushman.
Let me do it. Hey, you know what I can do with spray paint.
He
You
also
can paint
needs a
that.
great.
You can paint a red rocket as long as it has red in it.
Flames.
The Barely Cuda needs a flame
Oh, I'll put a
job.
lot of red rockets on it.
I got a photo that's got a red rocket in it.
He's gonna have a Cushman with. Look, I will do pinstriping down the side. That's about 1.5 inches tall. That's nothing but red rockets interlaid in each other.
This has got a red rocket.
You know what?
I'm thinking about making some side panels for the motor too, so it have like a really long hood on it.
You know what? I have my other computer set up right here. I can cut the decal for it and just lay little red rockets down the side.
Sherry, you can totally share this.
No, you can't share
The
that.
one the drawings was posted on? No.
It's just a fucking little rocket ship. What the fuck? Are you?
Yeah, it's just a rocket with two
Right,
thrusters
you
coming
guys
off
see
it.
the meme?
It's suggestive, but it doesn't show anything.
What do you mean
Next
it's
slide.
suggestive? What's it suggesting to you?
Have you guys seen the picture of the bald guy? He's wearing a shirt, and on the back of the shirt is basically a dick coming down from his neck, and instead of
I've seen that. Yes.
I need to find that and share that with people. It says I'm gonna buy. It says I'm gonna.
Don't show me what the
Right.
Oh god.
It says I'm buying one of these shirts for all my bald friends.
Well, this is not something to share on here, but I got to show Jed this picture of the spider I took the other night.
No more spiders.
Nice spider, man.
That thing was fucking huge.
Hi, Dennis.
What?
I ain't never seen a spider that big, Jed.
I ain't either. That's a big motherfucker. I wanna get that looked at.
Yeah, you know, the 5 people who were in here were like, okay, I've been here this whole time. This is getting weird. All right.
No, 2 stayed.
Well, no, it was always up at 5. Now it's up to 8. Them last three people walked in the middle of the shit. And it ain't
Welcome.
going back down, so you're my kind of people if you're hanging around.
Welcome to the Weird Hour, everybody.
Poor Ryan, he's just in the chat. Dang it, guys.
That poor man is going to be trying to find out what part of the live that photo was shared, and it never was shared.
Right.
And everybody in chat doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Well,
Just
it's a consequence for
imagine.
Ryan to learn to start sitting in on the lives.
It's true.
Owen is standing right behind me as he commented that. I don't know.
So what, am I supposed to put something in Discord and it gets shared?
Except for spiders.
Here, buddy, I got affliction.
Yeah, just share a picture. Our work used to give us shit about keeping our vans clean and stuff like that. So that was a picture I sent them. That went all the way up to the president of the company.
Nice.
You guys were just keeping the vans clean.
It's not bad that early.
Right.
I wish I had saved half of those memes I made out of the photo of Ryan. Because now I have.
On a live stream, I'm gonna knock you out.
What about hang on.
Oh, they're so far away. I don't know if I'll even be willing to find them.
It's worth it, young Padawan.
It is worth it. There was some pretty good ones. We shitpost in the Discord too much.
Right.
It's so perfect.
I'm gonna steal every Ryan meme I've ever made and put them in one post.
I don't think it'll top the Army of William, though.
I don't
No.
believe it will either.
Oh, hang on.
Some of these were actually good.
I need to save some of these and send them to Kevin so he can see them.
I'm trying to trust Colton's driving currently.
Oh,
Put
that's
the other
scary.
one up, too.
And he doesn't know where he's at. That's even worse. Dude. No, you don't. No,
I think that is all the Ryan memes I have.
Mhm.
Most of those are stream friendly.
Most of them.
I mean, they're pretty all stream friendly. It's just mostly the same template.
I'll send these pictures to you later, Kevin.
Alright. I'm
Okay.
honestly surprised I can be in this live powered purely by my phone data.
I think you do need to share these, Mr. Hobbs.
Do I need to share them?
I think they're all really clean. I don't see anything bad about it.
Hey, that's
Some
my
of these-
last. This is my last spray paint can paint job right here.
Oh God.
Nice.
That actually came out pretty decent.
That actually was a really clean car after you had it painted.
Yep. That was about. Well, I had to buy more tape and stuff, so that was like a $60 paint job.
Oh, big spinning.
I'll share up the Ryan memes real quick.
Hey, that's with buying like the $4 spray paint cans, though, man.
That's the good stuff.
That double color Rust-Oleum, man, that stuff is great.
Hopefully, this is only showing the Ryan memes right now.
There we go.
I want to
Just
see if
spam
I
the
can.
spider picture now.
Oh God!
No spider picture.
You can see the battle in the background.
Those are great.
Halfway through the trailer park.
Oh, that would. That's pretty well all of them.
We have way too much fun, if you can't tell.
Yes, we do. Way too much fun.
I literally was taking everything somebody said that night and just putting it on a Ryan meme template.
Y'all should be banned from Photoshop.
I
Hey,
use
Brian,
my
ain't Dennis right next to you guys? He's gonna fire up his car.
He's about an hour away.
Oh, never mind.
That's going to be a perfect surprise to hear it fire up right now.
Yeah, well, you're not doing that.
Well, you know, Dennis, if you'd be down here, maybe it would.
Yeah, come down here and help me tomorrow.
We'll do a burnout in front of the shop and send me a video of it.
I've got a list right over there. I think it's got everything on it just about.
Is it bad? I don't know where we're at.
That's a really bad meme.
It is.
That is so bad. That is bad. How dare you share that?
Hey, those are my
That
that's
is
my
exactly
clean
the
ones.
that is exactly the caliber of meme you can expect out of Engine Light. It could be, oh my god, and it could be really.
It's meme time. Everybody find your best semi-clean memes and we'll show them up on the screen.
Oh god, semi-clean.
What are we calling semi-clean? I need guidelines.
Yeah.
I also need guidelines.
Nothing that will get me a copyright, or not a copyright, but a community guideline strike.
Quick, everybody, I'll show you the photo of Ryan.
Let me see what I got.
I don't even know where I set my phone at. Alright, let's see what we got.
Is this the best ones we've made or what we have?
Just whatever you can find. In fact, put up that Nicolas Cage one. That was pretty fucking
All
fun.
right.
I can't post this one.
Oh, come on.
I have so many questionable ones. I don't know if it'd be okay.
They think they can share.
I'm turn into me with these things. I used to be like you stupid fucker.
I'm testing the limits right now.
Used to.
I don't know why I find this so funny.
Oh, just fully
Put it up in, if you can, put it up in not in Discord, but in StreamYard.
Oh, mine are on my phone. I have to put them in Discord.
Yeah, I gotta put mine in Discord too.
No, we're not posting that one.
I gotta look at this.
Oh, and no.
Okay.
You didn't give me guidelines.
I try to be clean. I like that, William.
Why would I keep?
Yeah, that one.
Hang on a second.
Okay,
No, I
fine.
gotta pull it up.
That's the cleanest thing I got.
Fuck you.
Hold on.
He got us all.
Cleanest thing I got.
Alright, where is it? There it is.
I can't see it real good, but
No.
Jesus, I can't read that.
Do the stretchy fingers
No.
thing. Blow it up.
You can't do the stretchy fingers thing on a computer.
okay, what else did they put up?
There we go.
What's wrong with these people?
All right, hold on.
I don't know if this counts as appropriate.
Okay, I gotta catch up to everybody.
Okay, no, not that.
Well, here, let me. Here's the
We're just
beginning
in
of
there,
our.
we're just gonna blow it up.
With the old man, hold on.
Hold on.
You asked for memes and now it's just blowing up.
Yeah,
Put that one. I like that one. The shampoo one. I like that one.
yeah.
Hurry up! I want my McDonald's.
Send him that one.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do Ryan. All right, William's got one first. All right, now this one.
This is the kind of shit I went through when I told everybody, "Hey, send me pictures of your cars," and it's like, "Oh my god, I can't put them up fast enough." You notice I haven't done that since that one time.
All right. See what else we got.
I'm just waiting to catch up, and I've got a couple more.
I was gonna say, please slow down. I can't keep up with everybody. All right, that one was a no.
Jed.
Oh, that's dumb. I don't like that one.
Okay.
There's the ghost one. There's the laser tag one. That's dumb.
Which one's dumb? Mine isn't it?
Yeah, that one. So it looks like you're doing. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, hold on.
I went clean.
This is my thoughts exactly on country music.
I actually like some country music.
I just left a country music concert. I need to go to bed. I've been up longer than you, dummy. And I went to work. I'm tired.
Yep.
All right, I'm sending 2 more memes.
Okay.
I got another one.
Plan.
What?
This one everybody might not understand unless you won't get the full effect of it unless you've actually seen the show.
Please let me got you the JFK one.
That's gonna be a community strike.
That's going to be.
Wait, what?
Oh, Jed, believe it or not, my sister actually works at Amazon Returns, and she said the stuff that comes in is worse than that.
Oh, put that.
God.
You know what? I'm pushing the fucking limit. Put that one up.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Bye-bye, YouTube channel.
Like I said, all the times, Amazon's never got my order wrong until last week. I ordered a bungee set to go over the back of my truck, like a big bungee cord thing, and they sent me a set of gray leggings.
What?
I don't get
It was
that.
like you could get that more wrong. I mean, I picked them up and they're like, okay.
Jed, it's the Beatles before they got really big.
That is so dumb.
Jared, I don't know who posted that one, but that's funny as fuck.
Jedediah.
Jared's gonna be like, I can't believe you posted that.
Oh God.
That's some stuff I would send you, William.
I wouldn't doubt if you've actually sent that to me before.
Oh, it's got to be somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Okay.
See, finding memes that won't get Brian's channel terminated immediately is the hard part.
It is hard.
Oh, here you go. This is actually me in a picture of that lawnmower I painted. That somebody decided to meme me because they were following me in a car.
Best I can do is something.
Oh, good God.
The old guy died? I didn't know he died.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
been dead for a while though.
Yeah.
That show hadn't been on for a while though, has it?
I don't know.
I used to like that show.
Yeah, it's still on.
Yeah, it's still going.
Hey,
Wow, he died back in
between the lines.
2018. Oh, that's good.
yeah, that
This
one.
one?
Yes.
I'm doing it.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure this is another Jed share. Hold on. William.
Oh no, that's William. I wish that was mine.
No, yeah, this is William, I know. The one I'm taking
Oh,
raised.
God.
Charlie on a Harley.
This one I'm pretty sure is yours, Jed.
Yeah. Hope your tail
Yeah.
gets off again.
You will go to that. Okay, hold on. Click it.
I sent that, William.
I don't know how to make it bigger. There's got to be a way to make it. Oh, I know. Next time we do this, we'll be able to do make them bigger where you can read it real good.
What she said.
You know, Brian, they have a pill for that now.
I know. I got a whole fucking bottle of it at home. What are you talking about? Did you hear about the 18-year-old that took Viagra? Yeah, third-degree burns and carpal tunnel. I like that one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You see, William knows how raunchy I can get, so I'm trying to be clean.
Yeah, these are very clean. All right.
I've shown William some before, and he just turns around and walks away from me and won't say a word.
I want those pants.
Share that one.
Uh-oh.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't.
Why? Oh, you already did it?
William already beat us to it. That's the one I was getting ready to send next.
Oh God.
All right, we're at the end of our mains.
All right.
All right, I got one more.
I call it. It's just about
Yeah, I got one more too.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, this is Angelite's last one.
Yeah, go ahead. It's dumb, but I don't have that sense of humor.
Okay, here.
What? Oh. Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
That one's more my fucking thing.
Of course, Ryan's is more your sense of humor.
Yeah.
So this is where, what was his name? Right?
Yeah.
Owens.
All right, last name.
And you don't see his yet.
I actually forgot I had that one.
Nice.
All right, guys, it's midnight. I'm going to end it. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We'll see y'all, probably not next week, but probably the week after.
No.
Why not?
Week after, we're going to be coming back from Kansas.
Again, yeah, I know. Okay, never mind.
William's going to fill in for you.
Yeah, we have somebody fill in. We need to have somebody fill in. We may do a Friday night. We may do a Friday night.
With Jed.
Yeah, we may have a special surprise Friday night one. All right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
And